and salutation.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass. You're excited. Feel these nipples.
That boy is good. Mm-hmm. Good and terrible.
Well, I have a microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
This is the Mike Rutherford Show on the Big X.
Sportos, motorheads, geek bloods, waste toys, dweebies, they all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
The Mike Rutherford Show, presented by United Mechanical, your trusted partner for commercial and industrial HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and refrigeration. Call United Mechanical at 502-339-1133.
Well, I'll stand up next to a mountain. I'll chop it down to the edge of my head.
All right. Welcome, everybody. It is Thursday, June 11th. This is the Mike Rutherford Show, presented by United Mechanical and Nexus Plus. We're coming to you live from the world-famous University of Louisville College of Business Studios here in the heart of World Cup crazy, Louisville, Kentucky. Cards fans, if you're looking for a competitive advantage in today's data-driven world, you can earn your master's in business analytics from the University of Louisville now in just 12 months. There's no previous coding experience required. Delve into the world of analytics and data visualization, learning essential tools like R, Python, Power BI, machine learning, and more. Classes are now available both online or in person. To get started or to learn more, visit business.louisville.edu. We're on the air today from 2:32 until 5:30 here on 1450 AM, 96.1 FM, streaming across the land, including on the Big X Sports Radio Louisville YouTube channel, airing live on WBNA Channel 21. You know us better as the Big X. Mike Rutherford, Trevor Kelsey here with you on a Thursday edition of the show. Dead heat of summer. But we've got fun stuff to talk about today. We've got an all-time NBA Finals game. A collapse or a comeback, depending on which end you are of that equation. I've got tales from an interesting night last night that we can get into. I had my last dance practice today. We're 48 hours away from Let's Dance Louisville. Big-time game day for me. Very excited for that. We've got a little bit of list season stuff. We've got theme game announcements for football. It's one of my favorite things to talk about on the radio for both basketball and football. We'll get to that. We'll hit up you guys on the Gameday Mens Health text line, 502-414-1450. Several of you have already weighed in with your thoughts, your questions, your comments, your concerns, whatever you got. We'll take those today like every day. Also, we'll take your chat comments on the YouTube stream. Go to Big X Sports Radio Louisville on YouTube. Click the live button. Bam! You're looking at me and Trevor. Trev, we don't have the second camera working, right? Still?
I've been told no.
Okay, so I don't know how we haven't gotten this working, but we've got somebody coming in at 5 o'clock today. It's Jenny, who's one of the orchestrators of the Let's Dance Louisville.
Okay.
And she's rocking like she won this thing in 2018. So she's going to bring in the giant trophy, and she's going to bring in, I think she's going to show her dance outfit off.
Well,
so
you can switch seats with her.
Yeah, I'm going to have to sit on the other side, and she's going to have to sit in here when she comes in at 5 o'clock.
That's fine.
Because the people need to see what we're talking about here, the trophy.
Plus, it's a nice change of pace of seeing you.
Nobody needs to see me.
I don't think anybody wants to see me. I think my microphone's broken again.
I see you fiddling with it.
It's like drooping. It's really annoying.
Sometimes
today, by the way.
Sometimes work imitates life. That's
you like my shirt, by the way. Today?
I see. All I can see is that it says, "Is that Illinois?"
No, it's
alumni.
Property of Illinois. Yeah, I took it with me.
Oh, no, Bayside High alumni.
Bayside High alumni.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. I've got a Bayside shirt that I don't think fits me anymore. I also have a Zach Morris basketball jersey.
I think you told me that. Yes. Was it number? Did he like 30 or 23?
I think it's 22.
22. Okay.
Believe it's 22. So
Slater wore 3 in football, though, right?
I think that's right.
Okay.
The only time I wear that jersey every single year is vacation. So I'll be bringing it to the beach again.
I think you should wear it in here one day. Why don't you wear more jerseys in here?
Yeah.
Is that just your answer? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just it. Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm not a big jersey guy. I mean, I have some at home, but if I'm gonna wear them, I usually just wear them to watch games by myself.
I can't. I'm too big and all the wrong spots to wear basketball jerseys anymore, which I hate because I used to love them. I do have plenty of them, but I can still pull off football. I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, the problem is, with my T-shirt situation, I've told with the hockey stuff. I mean, it's all Eagles jerseys anyway, though.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
How you doing on this Thursday afternoon, TK? How we feeling? How was the Wednesday night?
Good. I mean, it was great up until last 6 minutes of a game. As someone who hates the Knicks, I mean, my night wasn't as bad as I don't know, De'Aaron Fox, for example, but who I'm wondering is it text messages with Sorensby on stuff? Because I mean, there's no way you can have that kind of a big 3 Mile Island meltdown in the last 6 minutes the way he did. That, I mean, not just that one play, but the last 6 minutes, he was just awful.
I feel like every time I watch the playoffs for an extended period of time, he's been just terrible.
He's had one good game this series. They choose poorly when they were hoping he'd be their Robin because he's just basically a role player. That's all he is, and he needs to stop. He needs to realize that, and did not last night. Outside that, it was a pretty slow night. I late game. I was determined to at least watch at least one movie before I passed out. I did get one in. I think you've seen this one, The Other Guys.
Have seen The Other Guys.
Yeah, I knew you love it.
It's a good movie.
As I was watching, I started thinking it kind of felt like us. You're at work, you're Mark Wahlberg and I'm Will Ferrell. I just make you so angry, and you just want to throw my mug that I gave you for a gift out the window. But then when we get alpha work, it's opposite. You're more Will Ferrell, and I'm Mark Wahlberg. Being like, no way, Mary's married to you, right? No way. Who is she really? Who's that woman? Bye, Mike. Bye, Mary.
Yeah, that's
kind of. But at work, I don't know. I feel like the way you get angry at me, I kept thinking that's Mike yelling at me.
Except Will Ferrell makes effective arguments in that movie.
Well, I mean, I think I could give you the tuna debate.
I don't know if you could. You lose that battle. You lose that battle 9 times out of 10.
The great scene when Angry, he's like, "You're thinking fresh start again, aren't you?" I mean, he looks at me, he's like, "Yeah." It's like that's I just picture that being you, seeing you give me that look.
I could see that. I could see that being it.
Outside of that, it was watched the Game of Thrones marathon was on, so I watched a little bit of that from season 1. Season 1, hold it in. I'm actually doing a Game of Thrones trivia night next week. First time ever I've done a Game of Thrones trivia.
Every time you're going to say it.
Just sound drop.
I'm going to react.
That was it. But it sounds like you had a more eventful night in the Rutherford Castle over there.
Well, not at the Rutherford Castle, but I was out and about a little bit after work. And then, so Eric Wood, who has become, he's like Jay Gatsby in Louisville now. It's he's a connector of people. Everybody knows this guy. He's always throwing swanky parties, fancy parties over there. So they had put up I guess as an auction item, he's involved in the, it's I think Kids Cancer Alliance, which obviously goes to fight childhood cancer and support kids that are dealing with cancer. He's been involved in that charity, and he offered up an auction item at an event, I think a while back, where it was dinner at his house with Pat Kelsey and then Peyton Siva. And so I think 4 couples bid on this and won it. And so they were, obviously their fancy dinner. You got the chef from Valares there making crazy food. It's, there are other workers there touring around making sure everything is nice and swanky. And then he's like, would you be cool with coming over and being like the after dinner entertainment? You could tell some stories from your book, stories about U of L basketball, and then we'd let you talk to kind of do like an quick interview of Pat and Peyton. I was like, sure. I was like, that's the worst possible after dinner entertainment I can think of. But
other than me, maybe
I'll try to wow these people with something. So I get over there, and they were incredibly nice. It was incredibly fun. Obviously, everyone wanted to pick Coach's brain about a lot of stuff. But it was a charity dinner. What's said at the charity dinner has to stay at the charity dinner.
That's a rule.
I think that's unspoken, although it was spoken last night. It was you could kind of tell early on in the conversation. Every time Pat would say something that was a little bit controversial or whatever, kind of just off the record type stuff, where he's speaking his mind a little bit. He kind of would look at me. And it had to get to a point where I think where Eric was like, if you don't want something to leave this room, I can get your assurance it's not going to leave this room. I'm like, sure, this is not a on the record type situation. But I was like, if there is something I can say, let me know.
You're such a tease. Now I can't be the only one.
Well, there are things that
right
I
now
say.
going, what did he say?
Well, a lot of it, half the night was just Wood and and Kelsey talking about Elder High School and the west side of Cincinnati. Like, it just
okay.
the love that if you're listening to this and you're a Trinity or St. X guy, I know that everybody thinks that we have a lot of pride in those schools and all that stuff. The Elder love for Elder alums is like 50 times that. And I've heard this before. I know Danny's dad went to Elder. Like, they're obsessed with it. They go to the Elder fundraisers every single year, and it is nuts. Like, they're diving in. The best part of the night, and I can tell this story, is Wood is talking. Somebody brings up, they're like, Eric, it sounds like you like basketball even more than football. And Wood is like he is a hoop head. That's how we became friends. He would just text me about basketball all the time. Like, he loves basketball. And he's like, basketball was my first love. He's like, I played in high school. He's like, well, I played 3 years. Somebody cut me from the team freshman year. And he looks across the table. And Kelsey's like, I didn't do that. And Wood is like, oh, yes, you did. He's like, we've talked about this before. Pat Kelsey was the freshman coach at Elder High School. He cut Eric Wood and then had forgotten about it. He had no recollection of it. So Kelsey just like puts his head on the table and he's like, I'm very embarrassed right now. I can't believe that I actually cut you. It was like 35 minutes later, we had a million other conversations, and it got quiet, and Kelsey's like, I still can't believe that I cut Eric. I still can't believe that I cut Eric from the freshman team.
At one point in the night, did you walk to Eric Wood and go, Eric, I feel your pain. I, too, try to have conversations with a Kelsey, and he always forgets things he said and did.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, it's not you. It's the name.
It's not your fault, man. It's not your fault.
You just give him a hug, yeah.
But the best is, I
didn't know that. I forgot. I didn't know he coached at Elder. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, for a brief period.
Okay.
But Eric is such a, he's such a sports guy. He was like breaking it down. He's like, the other 4s and 5s, you had the Jackson twins, you had like Chris Castle, like they were way better than me. I deserved to get cut back then. I hadn't really grown. He's like justifying it, and Pat's like, I can't believe that I cut you. Because Eric was...
At least he was a freshman, not a senior or anything.
Yeah, I mean, Eric had a pre-existing relationship with Pat when he was a rumored candidate for the job at Louisville, and Eric was kind of like reaching out to people like me and other people and saying, like, I know this guy. I think he's brilliant. Like, hopefully the fan base will give him a chance, like all this stuff. And Kelsey's he's like, I almost cost myself the Louisville job by cutting you in your freshman year of high school back in 2000. So that was a funny moment. But the one thing that because I had some questions for him, and the one question that I made sure that I was like, I've been dying to know this. I've been telling people that I'm going to ask you this if the next time I talk, and I want to make sure I can talk about this.
Are you related
show.
to Trevor?
No,
that
didn't come up. I was like, the recruiting of the left-handed players.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, there's got to be something to this, right? I chalked it up as a coincidence the first 2 years, but then this offseason, even some guys we didn't get were left-handed ballers, and we had the texter who went back and looked at all of the leading scorers from the Winthrop and Charleston teams that Kelsey coached, and a incredibly high percentage of those players were left-handed players. So I was like, there's got to be some sort of assumed analytical advantage here, and he was like sitting there and he was like, it's just coincidence, man. He's like, I swear on everything. He's like, I would absolutely tell you if there was some secret sauce or whatever. He's like, it just is he's like, I do like the way that the outside shot looks coming off of a left-handed shooter, but he's like, it's just a coincidence. He's like, I know that sounds crazy, he's like, because you're right. Like, we had a bunch of players at Winthrop and Charleston that were really good left-handed players, but it's like, I promise you, it is absolutely a coincidence.
I don't know. I mean, the same guy just told you he didn't remember cutting Eric Wood, so I mean.
We told Eric that he didn't remember cutting Eric Wood to his face. Wood is like, we've talked about this before, and he's like, I can't believe that I did that.
Now, you looked in his eyes as he told you this. Was he telling you the truth?
I think he was.
Okay.
Because there were a lot of other things that he did not have to tell me the truth about that he did, which I appreciated.
The off-the-record comments he's making, in my mind, I'm just playing how much fun he was making of Mark Pope's beard.
I don't know if Pope came up. We talked about UK a little bit,
but in my mind, that's where my imagination is going. We don't have to tell us. Let us run with our imagination in this one.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Because whatever we can imagine is probably what is going to be a lot better.
He guaranteed a 40-0 season. It's like, no, that absolutely did not happen.
That's not a beard. That's where I rub Pope's face in the dirt.
But everybody there was fantastic. So I told some stories from the book, and I kind of went in there. I was worried that everybody was going to have heard the stories because they're pretty well known. I think most diehards listening right now are familiar. Like, I told the Wiley Brown thumb story
Yeah, I think
losing the thumb on the morning of the 1980 national championship game, and Kelsey hadn't heard it.
Really?
He's like,
wow.
and most of the people there hadn't heard it.
That's a local legend, I guess, if anything. Yeah.
And so I did feel like I'm kind of giving you some added background. I know Kelsey does his homework, and I'm sure he's read up on the history of Louisville a number of times over the past couple of years, but he was like, that's an amazing story. And then we talked about Darrell Griffith dunking on Artis Gilmore, his 8th grade summer at the old Dirt Bowl, which is a very, very famous story, kicking off his sort of local legend.
Grabbing the dollar off the top of the backboard and leaving 4 quarters.
He didn't actually do that.
I know, but that's the legend, right?
But he did dunk on a 7'2" reigning ABA world champion.
Who was the guy he jumped over in like the Pan Am games too, or something?
Where he set shortly after that, there was a photo of him that went viral, and then what the equivalent of viral was back then.
Yeah.
And then he ended up setting the Guinness World Record for vertical leap.
People forget, I think he was the Jazz. He has number retired by the Jazz, first of all. And he retired as their all-time leading three-point shooter.
Yeah.
Since been passed.
Yeah, he only played a few years with the three-point line. But, yeah, if he had played in a bigger market, I think his pro career would have been a lot more well-known and respected for
Stayed
sure.
healthy as soon as they got Stockton and Malone. Or they don't trade away Dominique Wilkins for cash.
Didn't seem smart.
No.
Didn't seem smart.
Hindsight, not a good move.
But it was a very fun night. Everybody there was very, very kind. One of the women came over, and she's like, a family friend of mine, Caroline, like, you are her hero. And I was like, oh, God. And she was like, can you take a video? It was like, just like 2-second video. It'll make her life. Like, just send it to her. And I was like, Caroline, I was like, you got to pick better heroes. I was like, I don't know what led you to this point in life. I was like, we got Pat Kelsey right here to my right. I was like, do you not want him in this video?
Charles Barkley, I'm not a role model.
I mean, pretty much. I was like, I kind of don't trust your judgment at this point if you're picking me as your personal hero. But it was very cool. But the entire night, so we're sitting at the table in Eric's kind of dining room area, which is attached to his living room, and he's got the basketball game on on the TV in the living room. And it's great conversation. Everybody's going back and forth. And I'm kind of like side-eyeing the TV the whole night. And, it's a 30-point deficit. Yeah. And then I keep looking up, and I notice Pat's looking at the TV a little bit more, and it's down to 15. Knicks fans are getting into the game. And I don't think anybody else is realizing what's happening because they've seen that it's a blowout.
Including the Spurs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They felt like the people at the dinner table, just not paying any attention whatsoever. And then dinner kind of ends, and people start looking up. They're like, oh, my God, this is a 4-point game. So we're all watching the end there. I mean, let me ask you this to start off. Is what happened last night, and maybe a broader conversation about the entire series, because it feels like this keeps happening with the Spurs they've had big leads in basically every game.
They've led double digits in every game in first quarter,
And they're down, 3 games to 1. Mm-hmm. Is what transpired last night more about, hey, this Knicks team, they've just figured out how to win, they refuse to lose, team of destiny, whatever, or is it more about the Spurs maybe not being ready for this moment because they had several opportunities down the stretch to polish that thing off, even when things had gotten way too close for comfort?
Spurs collapsed. This
think so?
Yeah, this was I compared Fox to 3 Mile Island. I mean, they were 3 Mile Island plus Chernobyl. I mean, it was a complete and utter meltdown. Led by him, don't get me wrong. I think the last 6 minutes, I think he was like 1 of 4 with 2 turnovers. Darren Fox.
Gotcha.
I don't want to say it's unfair to say like one player cost him the game and because it was a long process of a meltdown. But between him, and I think there was one possession, I think it was Vassell that took a shot like 2 seconds into the shot clock with like 4 minutes left in the game. It's like, what are you doing? I mean, the coaching staff, it was a complete utter meltdown. But Fox was like, I felt like I'm giving him the blunt of it because the play where he goes
blunt
up,
of it.
Yes,
I believe brunt.
No, this is worse. It's worse when you get
you're giving him crap weed.
Oh yes, it's got seeds in it, stems, and it's. I mean, it's like the flame is going up every time you hit it, try to light it. It's just it's nasty. It's like potpourri in there. But because I mean, you're gonna again like remember like the other in game was it 3 where I said, everybody's gonna point at the pass, he throws off Castle's back, but to me it was the first 2 possessions around it that were worse to me for Wemby. And in this case, everybody's going to look at the Fox where he goes up, tries to go up for that layup, which was just completely stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, if you dribble out, you're taking 2 more seconds off the clock, and you might have a 3-point lead if you hit both free throws.
I saw somebody who was trying to do the big brain thing,
But-
where it was like he's not trying to put him up 3. He was going for the and 1 to put him up 4 and put the game
No,
away. And I was like,
he choked. That was all it was.
He just lost his mind for a second.
But he did it multiple times. I mean, I think he had 2 turnovers in that last 6 minutes. I'm not including at least twice. I can remember off the top of my head that he had Wemby open on the pick and roll and didn't make the pass in time. And at that point it was too late. The shot selection, I mean, him coming out with that one shot, he got lucky that Castle saved him on the rebound. But I mean, it was all in all bad. As I was talking to a buddy of mine last night about, I was like, you know what? I mean, they brought him in hoping he'd be their Robin, and they chose poorly. I don't think it's going to hurt him because Castle and Harper.
I was gonna say they've got the Robin for the future. It's still
hopefully you think. I mean, that's still the jury's still out there, but I think it's pretty safe to say that the Fox is a role player. He's Miles Bridges. He's just a decent 4th option role player that has the option to go off maybe every now and then. But he's not a Robin, and the numbers in this isn't
he
Sacramento.
Can't shoot the 3.
He's just not. I mean, he's a decent role player. He shouldn't have been on the floor the last 3 minutes of the game. He had no business. It should have been Harper. It should have been Vassell maybe, and it should have been Castle out there to 3 guards. He should not have been out there.
He's 0 for 5 from 3 last night. He's shooting 23.
No, he hit one.
He's shooting, not according to the box score.
I could have swore he hit a 3. That was his only shot he hit in the last 4 minutes.
He was 4 of 14 for the field, 0 of 5 from 3, 8 assists, 2 turnovers.
Maybe it counted as a 2 then.
No, take it back. I'm looking at the game 3 box score.
I was going to say, he hit 1 3 at least. I know that was his only shot he hit.
But he's shooting overall for the playoffs.
It's horrible.
23.3% from 3. Now, he was 4 of 9 from 3 last
He's
night.
had one good game in the playoffs. Or at least in the finals, excuse me.
6 of 16 from the field. He's not helping you out tremendously on defense.
No.
Dylan Harper's the guy moving forward.
Yeah.
He looks like he's better now.
He is. He is. He is. And then don't get me wrong, I shouldn't be bashing off Fox because I will move over to Wemby here.
Cannot make free throws down the stretch.
Free throws aside, you are 7'4" and you're shooting 9 of 26 from the field. I mean, I know most of he was trying to be like a poor man Moses Malone out there with tip-ins on offensive rebounds, but that's not, no. I mean, Wemby is, like, he right now is dominating on his size. When that skill level catches up to him, if it does, we're going to have like a 7'4" 1990s Hakeem Olajuwon, and that's going to be scary.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this will be what
or this is,
we all talked about this being the moment where his era started. This may wind up, unless they make the crazy comeback, which is still possible, but this may wind up being that moment that propels him into superstardom next year, where it's like, I realized that I had to change my game up a little bit. Because let's be real, he acted when they beat the Thunder like they had won the world championship.
And I get that. And again, he's just raw. He has to learn how to be a better basketball player. His size and agility is good enough to make him as dominant as he is now. And Olajuwon went to the NBA Finals his second year as a raw talent.
I do love the whole. I mean, he's still. He's still 3 wins away from winning a world championship. He's still been really good. He was the runner-up for NBA MVP.
Yep.
And because he's been not great down the stretch of 3 games in the series, I was listening to national radio today, and they're like, he needs to develop an Abdul-Jabbar skyhook. I'm like, do we have to do this where it's like he's terrible? He could go out there and have the 3 best games that we've ever seen in the next 3 games and win the championship, and we'll go back to saying that he's the best player in the world right now.
He just needs to learn how to finish around the rim, particularly, and he has
the end of games.
Yeah, he has trouble finishing, and a lot, and he hasn't. I saw him pull up a nice actually. Olajuwon move during the game last night that made me go wow. But like I said, if the skill level catches up, that's a scary thought. 90s Olajuwon at 7'4". If it doesn't catch up, you're probably looking at, and he doesn't stay healthy, you're probably looking at Ralph Sampson, literally. Which, don't get me wrong, Ralph Sampson, first 4 years in the league, dominant at 7'4". Hurt his knees, it's never the same. And that's what it's going to be one of those two. And I'm kind of hoping it's the Olajuwon one, because I'd like to watch that. That'd be fun.
I mean, I think he's already better than Ralph Sampson was.
I don't know about
at
that.
SB.
Sampson was pretty good his rookie year. I know they tanked and they ended up having the worst record in the West, but Sampson also was, the leading star on that Houston team that went to the finals in '86. Olajuwon was the secondary guy.
I mean, I think that I do.
I mean, he's a different kind. Samson wasn't doing shooting threes. Don't get me wrong, but
I mean, Samson.
I'm talking about the impact that they would have.
Yeah, Samson was never all NBA. I think Wemby is ahead of where he was back then.
But he had a little bit more competition than those three out there.
You always say that.
Well, he had a lot. He wasn't all NBA because you had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar probably.
I mean, I'm just saying. Like, Wemby is clearly one of the 3 or 4 best players in the league already.
Also tells you
right
now
now
the state of the town.
But he's not close these last few games. I still think that San Antonio, like you said, they've led by double figures in all 4 games. They still got a shot here. There's a chance, but that collapse is going to be tough to overcome mentally.
I'll be interested to see.
Got to go to break, Joe.
They get blown out. Oh, by the way, there is a theme today.
Okay. We got to go to break. When we come back, we're going to talk maybe a little bit more about this. We've got theme games to get to. We've got World Cup kicking off in 4 minutes. We're going to make Trevor Kelsey make some predictions on the group stage of things and just see, sometimes you don't have to know a ton about soccer to get things right in the World Cup. We'll make some predictions after the break. Keep it locked right here. It's the Rutherford Show, 1450 96.1, Big X Sports Radio.
Beneath the milky twilight, lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open head.
To see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand.
When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know I am. Imagine singing this song live. I did it at the
Karaoke?
2018 some derby party. And then right afterwards, Sir Mix-a-Lot came on and did Baby Got Back. And like a bunch of 55-year-old women just got on stage and just started shaking their ass. Incredible night. Incredible night.
I want more about that night instead of last night.
What was a derby? It was a derby party.
Oh, yeah.
It was
definitely happens at derby party, stays at derby party.
It was
right?
just the front man singing all those songs of the Goo Goo Dolls. And he performed, and then before them, Dennis Quaid performed. And he was terrible.
It's a random name to hear.
Well, you could tell it was one of those where Dennis Quaid was like, I'll go to your derby party if I can perform my music. And he got up there, and he was awful.
Guess it's better than Randy Quaid.
Awful. And then it was Johnny whatever from Goo Goo Dolls, and then it was
Don Resnick, I think.
Resnick, thank you. And then Sir Mix-a-Lot got up there and did his thing. So it was.
I don't want to make my stepdad jealous, but my mom is like that. Him and Joe Perry from Aerosmith are like her fantasies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's like her two guys. Joe Perry's her number one. John Resnick from.
He was good. I mean, he was legitimately good.
He had some good songs.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm trying to figure out how to get the World Cup on the TV.
You probably would, but you thought Ralph Sampson didn't have an impact. So
I didn't say that.
By the way, his rookie year, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 2.5 blocks a game, shooting 52% from the field.
Not better than Wemby.
Actually, kind of almost did. I mean, Wemby didn't.
I mean, how old was Ralph Sampson in his first year?
He was
20.
24. 23.
Yeah. Played 4 years of high-level college basketball.
And in his fourth year, he blew out his knee thanks to Tom Chambers, and pretty much was done after that.
You sound very like you blame Tom Chambers for that. I mean, Wemby,
I don't blame him. I mean, his knees were probably going to go out anyway.
For the record, Wemby averaged 21.4, 10.6 as a 20-year-old rookie.
This was his first year. He finally shot at least 50%, though.
He did. 24.3
Not last night.
Second year, 25 this season. But yeah, it was an absolute collapse. What do you make of the people got annoyed by all the celebrities on courtside?
I mean, why?
Mary was super into it, though. I think it brings in the casual fan. They want to see, Larry David losing his mind. Taylor Swift's right there going crazy for the Knicks. Ben Stiller's taking video of the last play right next to it.
Didn't Ben Stiller admit that he wanted to see it? He's like, I'll just get him at random.
After the game, he goes, oh, they just give it to us for free.
That's got to, if you're a real Knicks fan, too, that's got to, peeve you a little bit, too. That not only is he sitting courtside as a non-fan, he got him for free?
I mean, I guess I'd be pissed, but, at the same
as long
time,
as they're winning.
Are we just learning this for the first time that celebrities get access to things that the rest of us don't? I don't think that that's a shock. I don't think that that's big news. But I told you this was going to happen last night. They reversed the vibes.
They did.
After the Trump debacle, and they brought Wu-Tang in. And Wu-Tang reset the vibe. You have Wu-Tang, you got Swift, you got some other celebrities there that the people love.
How many could you name? Come on. You had the.
Well, I mean, I was just saying, you had the everydays. Like Larry David's always there, Spike Lee's always there, Jerry Seinfeld's always there, Ben Stiller is always there.
Is it me that Spike Lee just stand out, no pun intended, because he's so short, when every time he stands up and yells at the ref, you cannot help it.
Well, he always does. That's every game at the Garden, I feel like.
You had the wannabe little hipster nerd kid with Kyler Jenner there.
Well, he messed all that up. Timothy Chalamet, it's Kylie Jenner.
Oh, yeah.
Chalamet is. But
she's the hottest beard I've ever seen.
I'll say this: Chalamet is the man.
I don't.
Well, you don't like anybody who was born after 1980.
No, I can't be. One, I don't know. It's just something about him. I've only seen him in Dune, which I didn't like, which is here and there. But he's got that Elijah Wood face. I just want to punch him. I don't know why. I can't describe why. He's like what is Burndice described porn? I can't tell if I describe it, but I know if I see it. I don't know why I hate him. I just want to punch him in the face. Can't tell you why.
Okay.
But I do. I don't know what it is.
Did you ever see Lady Bird?
Yes, that's a good movie. I like Lady Bird.
He's in
that. Really? I don't
he's
remember.
like the a-hole kid that takes her virginity. He's like the boyfriend who's a D-bag.
Okay, it's got Laurie Metcalf in it, and I liked Lady Bird. It was a good movie. Yeah, I agree.
Except not enough Kings references. That at that time of living in Sacramento at that time was all Kings all the time.
The bridge they're driving on, I've driven on that bridge.
Very cool.
Yeah,
but I think Chalamet's the man.
I didn't know that movie, so I'll give him that. I heard the Ping Pong was good. I haven't watched it yet.
Marty Supreme.
I've heard that, so I'll give it a shot. I mean, I still might listen. There's even an Elijah Wood movie here and there randomly I like. But still, something about him actually annoys me. I don't know what it is. Yeah. I can't put my finger on it.
But I will say this: he at least is a lifelong fan.
He's only 20, isn't he?
He's 25,
is
right?
He? Okay.
I think is he that? I think he may be a little bit older than that. But there's a old. He's 30 years old.
Okay.
There's an old tweet from 2012 or whatever where they had some sort of scavenger hunt for diehard Knicks fans to try to win free tickets.
Yeah.
And it's like 20. So he was like 16, 15 years old at this point, and they're like, our winner is Tim Chalamet, and he's going crazy in the subway after finding out. Like, he's been going to games since he was a little kid, because he's from there. And
which is the opposite of most like your Taylor Swift,
Exactly.
who just wants attention. Hey, but at least unlike the guy in Game 3 who always wants attention, she didn't cause security issues this time.
she didn't.
But they were both there kind of for the same reason, right? Just look at me.
Crazy night last night. Very fun.
It was good. Now, is it me? Is it weird that watching the Knicks win last night almost makes me as sick to the stomach as watching the Pacers lose?
I mean, I get that. Like,
I think
every Louisville fan listening to this has a similar feeling when Kentucky goes out there and does something really good.
I mean, I don't like the Bulls and Pistons, but if they win, it's like, I wish somebody else had. Like, just seeing the Knicks happy and winning just makes me almost nauseous. I hate it.
I get it.
Them in I think it's them in Dallas in the pro level they went to. I have that feeling.
If this were 20 years ago and there was no social media and you didn't have insight into like all the fan behavior and stuff, I would be sort of like, this is a cool story. Like, I'm excited for the Knicks fans. The atmospheres have been crazy. World's most famous arena, all of that stuff. It's the videos of all these Knicks fans behaving like absolute Neanderthals after the game.
Did they do it last night, too?
Yeah.
Did he beat somebody up again?
They're beating up people everywhere.
I mean,
Wemby got hit in the head with an egg walking into the team hotel or whatever.
That's kind of funny a little bit, but I mean,
still, he doesn't deserve to be hit with an egg.
No, it did. It could be worse.
He lost, for God's sake. Like, leave him alone. Like, throw an egg at him if he beats you.
Or at least throw the egg at the bus like they do in replacements. Don't throw it at the people.
Yeah, I mean, it was just pretty absurd. But
I hope it wasn't hard-boiled.
Now, have you seen the picture that's been going around all day? So we all agreed De'Aaron Fox, terrible decision to try to go ahead and score.
We need to check his DraftKings account.
But he very clearly got fouled.
What, on the OG? Was it OG that blocked him?
It was OG.
Who, by the way, Brunson will get it. He deserves the MVP.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Depending on, unless Brunson goes off for like 45 in Game 5.
OG's helped. If it wasn't for OG, they would not be up 3-1 because Cat has disappeared.
Yeah, but Cat also played 2 really good games. I think Cat was probably the favorite to win the MVP after Game 3, but he was not great last night.
That was a bad call on him in that last.
Did have a good tip, but the picture going around very clearly shows Anunoby. It's like not close. He's like below the wrist, drilling Fox's arm. It was very clearly a foul.
I mean, like when Prince got away with goaltending on Reggie Miller.
It wasn't goaltending.
Yeah, it was.
Nobody besides you has
I've
ever
seen
said
the clip. I've seen it. I'll show you.
But
the
this is it's a very clear foul. It does not excuse the decision, which was made in haste, but should have been called. No question about it.
I don't think they ever did. They even show a replay. I mean, I know that a lot of stuff was going on very quickly at the time, but I feel like they didn't even go to a replay during the game. And they had time because there's 7 different challenges and 4 timeouts. But yeah, I don't even recall ESPN even showing or ABC.
I saw the replay.
Okay,
but they didn't go like up close. It was just
you think they
would show the sequence.
Yeah, important play.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the Town's second foul, which I thought was a bad call, by the way, on him. I don't think it was an offensive. That was an old Dennis Rodman trick that Wemby pulled, where you put your arm in there and don't pull it out to make it look like you're being hooked. That's something Rodman's talked about in the past that he used to do. He learned from Mahorn. But then I thought they got kind of a bad deal on that one. I didn't think that was a good call.
Yeah.
And then they went to a replay to call it, which I thought was bad.
Yeah.
The refs sometimes I wonder. I don't know.
I mean, if they were going to fix it last night, wouldn't you think they would fix it for the Spurs, though? Make it 2-2?
I don't know what. No, because the NBA is all about ratings, and the market is New York. That's what they want.
So if there is a fix in, we know it's going to be on but we know it'll be on the Spurs for the next game because they want. If the Knicks are going to win this, they want it to be at the Garden, right?
You would think so.
You wouldn't think so. It's absolutely true. They want those scenes. You don't care about the Knicks winning in San Antonio in front of like whatever 20,000 San Antonians.
A buddy who's a just one of those I hate everything Trump says and does guys. I know we all have friends like that. And he was texting me. He's like, Spurs are going to win in 6. They're going to blow them out in Madison in 6. And the whole fourth quarter, they're just going to chant bleep Trump the whole game. And then we're going to go January 6th on Trump Tower. I'm like, dude, calm down. Then they came back and lost. And then he was like, damn it.
I mean, why would they?
Because Trump would have killed the mojo, and they lost 4 in a row after he was there. Was my fine.
Oh, so he's saying the New Yorkers.
New Yorkers, yes.
I thought you were saying San Antonio.
No,
would have just started chanting bleep Trump.
Well, they might do it anyway, but they no New Yorkers. The story was that San Antonio was going to win last night, win 5, and then clinch in 6 in Madison Square in a blowout. And the whole fourth quarter, they would be chanting that.
Well,
so unfortunately, that his dream is not going to come into fruition.
I mean, it may be that the only game Trump went to is the only game that they lost. So
I mean, they'll still get mad about that too.
Maybe. Let's talk about some other stuff. We've got themes out for the 2026 Louisville football season.
The theme day.
I love when we get into theme day. Now, the details are more scarce than they typically have been. It used to be they would have like a little tidbit about every little thing going on for every single game. But I don't know, maybe that was the Rocco Gasparo touch. But now we've just found out it's straight themes. Are you ready for this?
I am.
Friday, September 11th, when we're playing Villanova.
Ooh.
We're playing Villanova. 4 days rest, Trev. Monday night, Friday night, or Sunday night, Friday night game. It is salute to service.
Cool, yeah, that's obvious. Yeah.
It's Villains Appreciation game. Kind of seems strange to do that before. It's like the first home game of the year. Maybe the student section's going to suck. We don't know. But we're still appreciating the students. And this also is presented by Big O Tires.
I love the representation.
Big O Tires, bringing you salute to service and Villains Appreciation.
Because we big ol' salute America. That's the guy.
You have a problem with America?
No.
You got a problem with Big O Tires?
No, I love Big O Tires.
By the way, we are underway in Mexico City. Mexico versus South Africa.
I got to find a stream on
the World Cup is on. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get it on Tubi in here. And
I can get it. Well, I can go to my Spectrum app and watch what would basically be on my TV.
I'm the only one who signs into any of the apps in here. Anytime that people are watching TV on this TV, it's through my subscriptions. And I'm not buying a Tubi subscription here to help out.
I have to use my phone for this because the computer in here moves so slow. I don't know if you heard me during the last break just cussing at it.
I did, but sometimes you just cuss. I don't know what it is.
Oh, for someone who grew up like 90% of their life without the internet, you'd think I would have more patience, but I don't. It just aggravates me.
It actually doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I guess so. So I'm going to have to Mexico winning tonight to this game, right?
Mexico is the favorites.
Yes, okay.
We got sure.
Viva la Mexico.
I mean, we're kind of rivals with El Tree, though.
Yeah, but I've got one of my best friends is Mexican, so I got to give him a little love. But if we're not playing them,
I'm going for. Well, I don't have a lot of love for South Africa.
I was gonna, isn't that like Elon Musk in South Africa and stuff?
Yeah.
Trevor Immelman, isn't he from South Africa?
Apartheid. I love it. Your knowledge of Trevor Immelman continues to come up. It's like the only golfer that you consistently bring up.
Oh, he's the most newest one, actually.
Because I think it's the only golf tournament that you like watched was the one major that he.
I was doing a show, the Renshaw show,
the Masters, 18 years ago.
You're gonna love this. You ready for this? I'll never forget. We were at the Hooters in Jeffersonville.
Oh.
And I know that because they still allowed smoking in the restaurant at the time, and I was like, I can smoke while we're doing the show. Awesome.
What a time to be alive.
And that was the when he won the Masters that day.
Anyway.
And that's how I remember, yeah.
So we've got that going on right now. I mean, I always do you have a like second favorite team to root for outside of the U.S. national team? Like, will you pick like a secondary nation?
I think when I said I was going to pick Italy, and you mocked me for them not being in it. That's kind of my go-to.
They are not in the tournament.
Yeah, because my buddy Renshaw, he loves Italy so much. Actually, I guess Mexico.
Okay.
I mean,
I always just cheer for the African teams outside of America.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
I want to see. It'd be cool if one of them won it all.
Which one did the guy from Ted Lasso play for? What? The one that boycotted the airlines. I forget his name.
What?
The guy he played for. It was at Nigeria. That's who he played for.
Oh, are you talking about like in the show?
Yeah, in the show. Yeah.
Because you know that the Danny whatever is like actually playing professional soccer in America right now. The football is life.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
He's great, actually.
He's in like the same league, the UFL league. He plays for, I think, the El Paso team.
I mean,
he's in the same league that Louisville City FC's in. Danny Rojas.
Other than him killing the Greyhound, I like him.
Yeah, but that's a cool story, is it not?
I can't. Yeah, no, it is actually. I do like that, but couldn't remember. I'm just trying to remember Osami. What was his name?
I don't know.
He dated the owner.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you gotta let go stuff.
But I was just good. But he played for that.
Okay, so we made it through one of the days. Here, let's get to the second home game. Saturday, September 9th versus SMU, and I love that this is happening. This game is presented by Kentucky Farm Bureau. It's Ag Day, baby!
like agriculture.
Yeah, we've done this the last.
My mind went A&M.
We've gone big the last 3 years. Here's the thing: we don't lose on Ag Day, Trevor. We do not lose on Ag Day. Louis wears those overalls. We got the Ag Day theme. We bust out the straw hats that apparently only U of L employees get, and then like 3 other fans that have been waiting for 6 hours get. It's Ag Day, and this is the biggest potentially home game of the season, at least in terms of the quality of opponent. I love that we're doing this. It's also Band Day and Extra Yard for Teachers Day.
How many days can we cram into one game?
We do this every game.
Do
I
we?
think we got 3 pretty much every game. We love our band.
We do.
We love our teachers.
Obviously.
And we love our farmers. And we love kicking the absolute hell out of SMU.
We love the farmers who teach band.
The only real blowout that we've had during the Jeff Brom era came at the hands of SMU last season. I feel like we owe them a couple for that. September 26th, Wake Forest is in town.
Ooh.
This is presented by Network for Hope. It's Kids Day, it's Spirit Day, and it's Family Weekend. I don't like this. You got to give me something else. It can't just all be about the kids, the spirit, and the family. This feels like Wake Forest is running this. Their lame fan base that hates anything fun.
I was trying to think of a joke to do something to do with stealing their playbook in terms of having that sponsoring somehow.
Theft
Day. Like report cry LMPD Day.
Brought to you by Enron. Friday, October 9th, Florida State's in town. Now, they have not announced any of the like blackout, whiteout, red out, anything like that. Besides, we typically wear red for the last home game for Senior Day. Would not be shocked. October 9th, depending on the weather, Friday night game, we love doing the blackout in these types of situations. But as of right now, it's no color out. It is presented by U of L Health. And this is where we need some details, guys. It's Cardinals on the front line game. Do we know what that is?
Cardinals on the front line?
Cardinals on the front line. It's also...
That sounds like something military related, right?
I would assume so.
That's where my mind automatically
But it could also be like healthcare workers. Like they call that being on the front line.
Yeah, I guess.
First responders.
All right.
And then it's Cards All In, which is even more vague. No idea what this is. There are no additional details given. But it is the U of L Health halftime performance. Which also, who's performing?
Wu-Tang?
Health workers? Can we get Wu-Tang?
Can we get Cardi B coming back? Taylor Swift? I don't know.
This is the most vague game that we have. And I assume...
Who's the opponent on that one?
Florida State.
Okay, Florida State, sorry.
I assume it's because they're probably going to do like a blackout or something. They've probably got something planned that they just can't fully unveil right now. So that's my guess. But I have no idea what any of these things entail. But they're all happening. Cardinals on the front line, Cards All In, U of L Health halftime performance. There you go. Halloween, we have a Halloween game.
Ooh, when was our last Halloween game? I hope it wasn't Arkansas State, was it?
No, we played on Halloween.
Okay,
then.
I can't remember.
I can actually pull it. I've got the Kelly Dickey.
I'm sure there was. That just for some reason that one always sticks out because it's the one that haunts me. Maybe no pun intended with Halloween.
I just remember we had to. It was like the first game we ever played that wasn't on an actual TV network. You had to have a streaming thing, and I bought like a Roku or something, whatever it was, just to be able to watch that game. That's how you know I was a fan.
Yeah.
We had Steve Krythorpe here. He'd already tanked the entire program, and I'm buying Rokus to watch. Adam Froman and the boys beat a terrible Arkansas State team 20-10 or whatever the final score wound up being.
Adam Froman, Sausage King of Louisville.
I love Froman.
I bought
Bro Daddy.
I bought the Sausage King of Froman shirt just because of him on that team.
He was the man. Yeah, actually, a pretty good player. Not great.
But it was Burke that fumbled at NC at the goal line, right?
Burke was the one who fumbled. Yes.
Okay, he was the transfer from NC State, but
correct.
local kid
from Lexington. Yeah. Didn't go great. Now he's coaching football.
Is he? Well, good for him. That or selling insurance.
Well, I'm trying to find the. Kelly Dickey. It's my favorite thing to look up. He has our record every single game we've ever played on every single date. So I'm looking at October 31st. The last time we played on Halloween. Come on. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
You're right. I'm actually working out a trade with somebody over at 680 right now.
We played Virginia Tech on Halloween in 2020. We lost 42-35.
I don't even remember playing.
It was the COVID season. We've all repressed.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I kid you not, I have no memory of that.
Before that, our most recent Halloween game was the Arkansas State game.
Okay.
I said 20-10. It was actually 21-13. It was somehow even.
There was
worse.
like 17 people.
Oh, it was so
It was
bad.
so bad. It looked so. It was awful.
I remember watching it.
Yeah.
Mary and I were dating. It was like I guess it was the second Halloween we were together because we watched it over at her house and then went to a Halloween party. And she's like, "Do you really want to watch this?" I was like, "Yes, gotta watch the game."
I think you and me were like the only ones maybe
Pretty
watching
much.
it.
Pretty much. Yeah, we hooked up. We had a jerry rigger TV up to make sure we could watch it.
I don't remember it being that difficult because I watched it at a friend's house, but I don't remember him having to do a bunch of go through.
It was a streaming game, which was crazy at the time, back in 2009. Now, playing on Halloween this year, it once again gives us the opportunity to make my lifelong dream happen, which is 50,000 Card Chronicle bird masks in the crowd. Night game, Halloween, everyone sits in complete silence for 4 quarters.
Just wearing bird masks?
Wearing those creepy-ass bird masks, nobody moving, everybody just sitting or standing.
I don't know. Head bobbing in unison does sound kind of even creepy.
No noise. Stanford wouldn't even play the game, Trev. They would walk out in the field. They would be so terrified.
The announcers was like, "What is going on here?" It's like,
that they would just walk off the field. If they tried to play, we would win 60-0.
well,
It is the ideal scenario.
we should have done that already and didn't happen.
I feel like because I've been pitching this now for like 15 years, and this is actually a game that's going to be played on Halloween. It's the perfect idea.
Now
U of L tried a few years ago to at least get masks for the entire student section because they reached out to me and I was like, I actually don't have anything to do with these masks.
Yeah.
You can try to buy them off Amazon. But if we could make this happen, I feel like the only way that this happens is if I died right now, Trev. If I passed away suddenly while talking about it, they'd be like, we have to honor Rutherford's legacy. Let's make this happen. And I'm watching from hell, and I'm like, they did it. They did it.
Suckers, it was worth it.
And then we would like lose. Like he was wrong the entire time. Like Stanford actually thrived in that environment. They loved the no noise.
Well, they thought it was in honor of them being the Cardinal.
Yeah. But this is that's right.
Yeah. How can you forget the ESPN goof up on the guide of the year of the Cardinal? I look back in retrospect of Stanford athletics.
It kind of works.
I never forget that.
I still think though, it would be wonderful. It could still work out. Now the game on October 31st against Stanford is presented by Kentucky Tourism. It's simply homecoming. So that is the homecoming game. It is crazy how few games
of all the games
after October 9th, we've got 2 home games.
What's crazy is all the games you have all these cool like scenarios and themes to do, and you have a game on Halloween, which just is open to so many different kind of themes you could do, and we're like, oh, it's homecoming. Like it's just like the least effort put into it, and it's the day that you would think you could have the most fun
Costume
with.
contest.
Yeah, you could have so much fun with that.
Now they did the last time we played a game. I think it was the night before Halloween. We lost to Florida State in Bobby's first year back. Remember that game? Devontae almost scored in the first play. We had a big lead. They scored right before half, and it ended up. This is when they were number 1 in the country. Jameis's last year.
Yes, that was here, right?
Yes,
and there was the whole they were practicing at the Galt House,
right,
across the street in the field. Yeah.
So before that game, they banned masks. So it was right before Halloween, and I was like, whatever, I get it. They're like, it's a legal thing. You can't have masks on, but they put out a graphic. The official U of L accounts, they were like, no masks, and the graphic was the Card Chronicle bird mask with a giant X through it, which felt very personal.
That did seem a little uncalled for.
Yeah, at that point, I was like, all right, well, I'm taking it. I remember getting very drunk at the game and then coming home and being pissy. And I tweeted something like, maybe you should have let people wear the mask. And as if that had anything to do with why we lost. And I woke up the next morning and I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have sent that.
That was right after the crab leg incident, wasn't it, with him?
What?
The Winston, the crab leg incident?
What was the year after?
Oh, okay. I thought it was the same year. I couldn't remember. Yeah.
It's Saturday, November 21st versus Pitt, last home game of the season. I hate that we have so few home games the last month and a half of the year. This is presented by Viking Therapeutics. It's senior day, and it's also season ticket member appreciation day.
If they wanted to appreciate them, they would have given them like the Florida State game. Maybe.
Besides Ag Day, I need a little bit more on these themes. I need a little bit more this year.
I feel like we dwindled down as the year went along, right? Like you started with 3 different, like a sponsor and 3 themes, and we get down to like the last one. It's just like senior day, fan appreciation.
Yeah, I mean,
like each one, it's like they rammed. They started out hot, and they're like the Spurs over here. We're dwindling down with 30 points in the second half.
I don't like that comparison.
I mean, That feels like it, doesn't it?
I mean, we used
Little
to
bit.
the themes. Like I said, they used to have like descriptions of what all of these entailed, and we're honoring this, and here's what we're going to do. And now it's just like, oh yeah, it's Spirit Day, or it's Cards All In. Like, what the hell is Cards All In? I'm sure they're going to tell us at a later date.
Self-explanatory.
I want to know right now. I want to know what's going on here.
It's going all in on cards.
Let us know. But anyway, all that matters is SMU is Ag Day, and we're going to rip the Mustangs.
I like how we do the 9/11 game is against Villanova in Philadelphia. That's kind of a cool coincidence. USA and all that stuff.
Can you connect? You try to connect those dots again for me?
You're thinking of doing a fresh start again, aren't you?
I have no idea what.
Well, it's America, Philadelphia, the birthplace of America, and then we're playing them on 9/11, which is celebrating the military and everything. You don't get the connection?
I mean, I don't really think of
Villanova as Philadelphia.
That, and also like
or football.
I mean, I guess I don't associate 9/11 with Philadelphia in any way, shape, or form.
Well, it's America. I mean, American city more than Philadelphia.
I feel like New York is probably the city that gets associated with 9/11 more than.
We're not going to play Rutgers, so I mean.
Okay.
There's no one else in New York, right?
Let's just turn the page. Let's take a break. When we come back, your thoughts. Gameday Men's Health text line 502-414-1450. Also, YouTube chat's been loaded up. We'll get to you guys after the break as well. It's your hour coming up next here on the Big X.
true.
Everything I do it for poo. Thursday edition of the Rutherford Show. We're into hour number 2. 1450 96.1 Big X Sports Radio. Trevor Kelsey's here. It's your hour on the Game Day Men's Health text line, 502-414-1450. Also, the YouTube chat is going on. We have the first goal.
Go!
That's not how you do it.
That's how I do it. I didn't want to go too long, so I let you get mad.
No, go for it.
That's what she said. Go!
Julian Quinones.
Yeah, that was impressive, right? You
Very good.
Thank you. Okay.
Very good. For Mexico, has found the back of the net in the 9th minute to put El Tri on top of South Africa, 1-0 at Estadio Banorte in Mexico City.
So who's winning? You lost me there for a second.
Mexico.
Okay.
1-0.
1-0. I got you.
1-0.
1-0, actually.
That is the summary. It is 1-0. Mexico.
Let's get it right now.
Up on South Africa in the 26th minute of the first half of the first game of the 2026 World Cup. We will have at 10 o'clock tonight, South Korea versus Czechia. That will be on FS1. I love I love the idea of late night soccer to fall asleep to. You know,
What's the latest game start?
10 o'clock tonight.
So be like what, I guess roughly midnight-ish in. So.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. Yeah.
The good thing with soccer is they're always pretty fixed.
How much will this World Cup affect
as far as the time,
the Stanley Cup ratings tonight?
Probably a little bit.
Because Stanley Cup has been a popular. Even I've gotten kind of wrapped up in it, having fun watching these games, and I don't know
now.
Watch a lot of hockey, but
the thing is, and I don't know if they staggered the times like this. So we've got this game at 3, which is going to wrap up at 5. The puck drop in Raleigh tonight is at 8 o'clock. That game probably wraps up around like 10:30, 10:45.
Usually, yeah. Right,
so it won't bleed. It won't entirely overlap with the soccer game that kicks off at 10. So I think if you want to watch the hockey, you're going to be able to lock in without having to flip back and forth for the first 2 hours, and that'll be the bulk of the game. Now tomorrow night,
did you say who was playing at the same time, or did I miss it?
I did.
I missed it.
Is Czechia versus South Korea?
Oh,
that's what I just said. Yeah,
that's good move for hockey. Then, yeah.
And then tomorrow, obviously, the Americans get things underway at late night. A little bit late night. 9 o'clock is the kickoff between USA and Paraguay at Inglewood Stadium, at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Canada will play the first game against Bosnia-Herzegovina at 3 o'clock from Toronto.
Peek and I debated on how to pronounce Paraguay. I say Paraguay with you. He says Paraguay.
He says Paraguay.
Paraguay, yeah.
Is it one of those where it's like both
tomato
accepted? I'm asking you.
I don't know. You're asking. Really? You're asking me how the correct pronunciation of something?
Apparently it is Paraguay.
Okay.
Paraguay.
So why ask why? It's Paraguay.
Paraguay.
So hey, Peek, I was right. Suck it.
There you go. Let's check out the YouTube chat first. Again,
okay.
Big X Sports Radio Louisville. Check on the YouTube app and then comment on the right side.
I was going to ask the Corey Lieb's trivia questions behind today.
He did.
Okay.
I assume you've already heard them.
Well, of course. But you like to make fun of me how much I can remember the birthday sometimes.
All right. How old is Shia LaBeouf today?
Oh, crap. I got this one wrong. I think he was 40, right?
40's correct.
Okay, I did get that one right.
Peter Dinklage, your boy from Game of
This
Thrones.
one was tough because I was like,
Dinklage, Peter Dinklage.
It's hard to tell.
Peter
I mean,
Dinklage.
you can't look at a guy. I think he was older. I think when he's like, is he 50 or something?
57.
57, yeah. He doesn't look it, does he?
We have a lot of high-profile movie releases on this day.
Yes, I nailed those, by the way.
Napoleon Dynamite in 2004.
Didn't get that one.
Jurassic Park in 1993.
Got it right.
E.T. in 1982.
Got it right.
Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me in 1999.
1 year off.
And Ferris Bueller's Day Off in 1986.
Nailed it.
Out of that group of 5, which of those movies is your favorite?
Ooh, it's Jurassic Park and Ferris Bueller head-to-head, by far. Napoleon way in the back. I hated Napoleon. I thought Napoleon was stupid.
Well, it was made after 2002.
Well, it didn't.
You ate everything.
No, it's not true. Bad stereotype. I'm Jurassic Park. I can't help it. I love Ferris Bueller. I do.
Yeah, Ferris Bueller.
I saw Jurassic Park in theater like 5 times, and when it came out, I mean, I liked it so much I went to both sequels in theater, and that's just a shame.
All right, let's go to the YouTube chat. A2 Atlantic says, what's Trevor's favorite Spike Lee movie of all time? Chris the Plumber's favorite film is Chirac.
I mean, despite you breaking my ceiling of the ending and making me think he got games right there with, or Do the Right Thing.
God, I hate the ending.
Do the Right Thing.
Hate
is so
the
good.
ending.
Do the Right Thing is so good.
Do the Right Thing's fantastic.
The one that made me the maddest was Son of Sam. Like, I really had high hopes for that movie, and I thought it sucked.
When when he sees the dog talking, I laughed out loud because it was like terrible CGI from like 1999 or whatever.
Yeah,
it's so bad. It's not a good movie.
No, I had so much high hopes for it too, and I was so disappointed.
I like School Days.
I don't remember if I see School Days actually. It's amazing how many movies he's done that people don't know of though.
Oh yeah,
it's.
I mean, he Do the Right Thing kind of set the tone.
Well, that was his first album.
And then I think, well, it wasn't his first movie, though. It was his first, hit.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, he had several before that.
Okay.
And then, had a lot of hype in the early 90s. Malcolm X was a huge deal when it came out in 92 or whenever that was.
He directed Malcolm X?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I never realized that. I've never seen it.
It's good.
It's a blind spot movie I have.
Classic Denzel.
Yeah, I know the lines.
Yeah. A2 Atlantic also says on the YouTube chat, if Trevor does run for public office, he should hire political scientist guys as campaign manager.
Should I? Is that a joke or is he being serious?
No, political scientist guys. It's a guy who texts into the show.
Oh, it's the actual guy.
He's an actual political scientist who listens. Well, at least he did listen to the show before you came back. So maybe he's tuned out now.
I thought you meant just a political scientist.
No.
I don't know. I still don't know what that means.
What, a political scientist?
Yeah, isn't that like computer thing?
No. Okay.
Like, what if you made
we're moving on.
Okay.
Babu says, normally I hate the celebrity thing at ball games, but last night it was awesome. It wasn't that fake for the camera celebration. It seemed like genuine jubilation like me in the 2013 championship. I actually agree.
Well, except for Taylor Swift's the only one I feel like was the fake fan, right? All the rest you have like a background at least.
Well, she's cheered for the Knicks for a long time.
Isn't she from Philly though?
But she moved to New York when she was relatively
she's
young.
a fair weather.
There are pictures of her at like Knicks games back in like 2010.
There's pictures of her at Cavs games too,
but she wasn't cheering for the Cavs.
Well, no one was. They got beat, I think.
Well, Kelsey was. Her fiance was. A2 Lane says, do you think Rick Pitino will get an invitation to Travis Kelce's wedding at MSG? No.
Okay.
No.
Is him and Swift buddies or something?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Lord Maester T says, Trevor, did you like Titanic era Leo?
The Titanic movie? I love Titanic.
Did you know that era? Did you like DiCaprio?
I love DiCaprio. I'll
Man in the Iron Mask, Leo.
I didn't love Man in the Iron Mask, and I didn't really like Romeo and Juliet too much. But I mean, for the most part, I mean, What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Good movie.
This Boy's Life, which is a great movie.
It is a good movie. Very sad.
It is. I think Basketball Diaries is a decent film.
He's so bad at basketball, it distracts me.
I know, and it's a weird movie.
I can't handle it in movies.
But
bad athlete actors.
I think The Island gets a bad rap.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's not great, but I think it's a better. So yeah, I'm a big Leo guy. So I love. I was huge in Titanic because I was like 6 when they finally they actually discovered it. And I remember one of the first books I got was like this Titanic book that came out with all the pictures. So I was like a big Titanic nerd. And so when the movie came out, I was all over it.
Fun fact, speaking of Leo, this is not Titanic era Leo, but Pat Kelsey dropped this last night. And I can say this. You've seen, I assume, Catch Me If You Can.
Love it.
One of the best movies ever. Like, Kelsey's like, I'm not a big movie guy, but I've seen it. When he was at Charleston, he lived 4 houses down from the actual Catch Me If You Can guy.
Oh, it's most like 90%, almost all that movie's a lie, by the way. But yeah.
But I mean, he was a real person.
I know he is. Yes.
I don't think 90% of the movie's a lie.
Well, I think that they fact checked it. Like a lot of the stories he claims, there's proof that like he was actually overseas, like in military at the time, and there's been fact checks on it. You can look it up.
Well, Frank Abagnale,
I don't care. I love the movie.
Is a real person who was a con artist, who went to jail and then was working for the FBI. He now apparently lives in Charleston and lived 4 houses down from Pat Kelsey. Just not crap on the story.
I love the
one
story.
time.
I'm just saying. I saw a clip the other day of what the real Frank Abagnale on Johnny Carson telling the hooker story.
Producer Keith says Oscar Pistorius is also from South Africa. Also, give me my damn straw hat on Ag Day. Nobody was more upset about the straw hat debacle than Producer Keith was. A2 Lane says you can watch all the World Cup games on Peacock in Spanish. I don't think we have Peacock in here, so that's not going to happen.
It's on mute anyway, so Spanish, the language is irrelevant.
Producer Keith also says, did you know the origin of the elongated goal call was to re-grab the attention of fans who may have only been half listening on the radio? Well, it works.
I don't know if that's true or not, but it makes sense. I like it. I believe it. That's good.
Texas says, please let Trevor explain what he thinks a political scientist is. We need his insightful and creative perspective. You said it. I believe what you said was it's
You're
like,
a man of the people, Mike.
You said it's like computers or something.
I thought it had something to do with computers. But if it doesn't, then, I mean, if it's like just like what's science and politics? I don't know. What do they do? What if I'm a political science major and I graduate with a degree in political science, what is my field of work?
You're studying governments and public policies and
well, then what's the
political
science
systems.
part?
I mean, everything is a science. That is a science.
I say, why don't they just call it politics? I think it's confusing adding the science word.
Okay.
I'm just saying. There's no reason to do it.
Texter says, long-time listener, first-time texter, I'm sorry, but why the hell do we have Ag Day? Oh, I'm not going to like this text. I understand that Kentucky as a whole has a lot of farmers, bless them, but Louisville is not a farming community. It feels performative. It would make more sense to have Factory Workers Day and give UPS, Ford, etc. their flowers. Sorry, I'm old man yells at sky, but it bothers me, and I just had to tell someone. You're not wrong.
Best part about Ag Day is they won't recognize it should be tobacco, but you know.
You're not wrong. You make a lot of valid points. I'll counter with this. We don't lose on Ag Day.
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 And that's all that matters. We could be having, I mean, what would be the most out-of-touch type of day to have for a community like ours? If we had, like, Polar Bear Awareness Day.
I was going to say Dry County Day or something.
Yeah.
Even though we do have dry counties in this day. But
yeah, Prohibition celebration. We
Dog Racing Day.
would not go over well. But if we would win on those games, I would be all for bringing it back. But I think it used to go inside with, we have those Fair and Expo Center shows where, because there was always one day, we used to always park in the lots over there by Freedom Hall when I would go to games when we first started getting season tickets. And there was always one game a year where you couldn't park in those lots, like the frat lots, because they were taken over by, like, you'd pull in and you'd be like, oh, God, there's cows everywhere. And that's when you knew you were going to have to park, like, by Old Cardinal Stadium. And I think that we started doing it to kind of go hand in hand with that event. But, yeah, there's not a gigantic farming community actually in the Louisville metro area. I understand that. But we don't lose on Ag Day. That's all that matters. We don't. Mulberry Jam guy says, let's play geography. What's the capital of Alaska? Juneau.
Juneau or Anchorage. I always get the two mixed up.
Which country that borders France has the highest population?
Italy? No, it doesn't border France, does it?
No.
I mean, is Germany now on France's border?
Yes.
Okay. I knew it was close. I just can't remember.
No, Italy does border France.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of.
I mean, I would say.
I used to be so much better at geography.
Yeah, it's sad that I'm having to be the correct.
Italy does. Spain does. I'm gonna say.
I'll go stay with Italy. Then it's my first answer.
Because I'm trying to think of what else. Because Germany's really close.
Yeah, they're all in that area.
But I think like Belgium and some other country separates France from Germany from being actual border countries.
Do we know? Did he give us the answer?
He does, but I'm not looking.
Okay. I mean, give me a guess. I'll stick with Italy.
I'm saying Spain.
Okay.
I'm saying Spain. The correct answer is. Oh, this is cheating.
It's neither.
Brazil has the highest population and borders French Guiana. I hate Mulberry Jam Guy now.
Okay,
we spent like a minute actually trying to answer that question seriously.
I mean,
and you come in with the Brazil actually borders a French territory.
Does he get the crap that I got for thinking like mixing South America and Europe up with Peru?
He gets the crap for asking a non-serious question. I mean, first of all, Juneau, Alaska. Like, of course, I'm thinking it's a straightforward question after you ask that, and then
everyone knows it's either one of the two. Like I said, Anchorage or Juneau. I always just forget.
Outrageous.
Is that the only two questions we got?
Yeah.
Yeah, that second was a trick question. That's not good, Mayberry. Is that what his name is?
Mulberry Jam Guy.
Oh, I want to call him Mayberry for some reason.
I looked it up, by the way. Italy does have you're more right than I am because Italy's population is greater than Spain's. 59 million people to 50 million.
Yeah.
Boom. Well done, Trump.
You can't catch me on Corey Price Trivia Day, man. I'm hot.
Texas Tampa Card here. What's up, Tampa Card?
Card.
I think this year's basketball team is one player away from being a top 5 team. With that being said, if you had your choice between John Blackwell, Milo Momcilovic, or Juke Harris, who are you taking and why? We recruited all 3 players, so there is a little validity to the question. There is, but it's also just kind of mean. Like I don't really want to think about this. I mean, my answer is John Blackwell, just because I think he's the most well-rounded of the 3. Momcilovic is the best scorer, the best shooter. Harris is probably the best pure scorer. Blackwell, I think, is the best combination of facilitator, ball handler, scorer, and defender.
When you said Harris, I missed the first name you said. Which Harris was that?
Juke.
I'm not as familiar. I am with Blackwell.
Come on, man. Juke Harris was all ACC last year. We recruited him heavily. He's transferring from Wake to Tennessee.
But Blackwell sticks out to me because I did watch Wisconsin a few times, and I was very impressed with him.
He's really good.
I was excited when our names was linked to him.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Because I did watch him play a few times, and I was very impressed.
If you gave me the option of picking one of those 3 guys, I would take him.
I think I had Wisconsin burn me in the bracket because I liked him so much.
Got beat by half point. They were great against really good. They were kind of the opposite of Louisville. Great against really good teams, just sort of average against everybody else.
Man, I shouldn't. I fell for it. What can I say?
Texas says, I hope Chris the Plumber doesn't see this. It is a breaking news. Oh, this is one of those fake Facebook stories.
Uh-oh. Why is it always Facebook? Is that where old people go, so they just put fake ones on Facebook? Okay.
It's getting worse on Twitter, too. With you click on anybody's responses to anybody's tweet, it's all the fake blue check marks that are like...
Well, I've learned to ignore the blue check mark at this point.
You can't, but now there's like a million of them because they're all bots that you have to scroll past. And like every response is, can't wait to see who wins the World Cup. Like what a great tweet about the World Cup. There's nothing... It is like dead internet.
But if it's something fake, can't you like go to Gronk or is that what it is on Twitter? Grok. I thought it was Gronk.
Grok is also wrong a lot. So Bleed Red Court, which is one of those fake AI created Facebook pages, says breaking news. I love that it's a London Johnson story, as if people on the internet are just clamoring for hot takes on London Johnson.
Turning to the NBA.
London Johnson has become the first male player in NCAA history to publicly reveal that he is part of the LGBT community, stating that he has struggled with his sexual orientation for a decade, a challenge that has led him through dark periods in his life.
I'm getting a trend with these fake Facebook posts, by the way.
He said, quote, this is a fake quote. I've been fighting a war within since I was about 10 years old, and it's not sustainable. I mean, this is just ridiculous. There's... Obviously, we have no problem with being gay on this show, but if a player is not of a certain sexual orientation and you put a story out there that he is, like, that's kind of ridiculous.
It's still damaging, I guess, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean,
it can be. Yeah,
it shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be. I agree.
But they've also got like a fake RIP story, which it's a 22-year-old. They don't actually name the player.
You know what made me mad about it? You just remind me of
Hold on. Rest in peace, Louisville Cardinals rookie player and future star passed away at age 22 in an armed robbery in Louisville, Kentucky. The Cardinals and basketball fans are deeply saddened. And it's like a fake AI picture of this guy, RIP. And, I mean, like, it's got like 96 likes. This is insane that people aren't looking through this. Like, I'm terrified to click on the comments of this fake London Johnson story.
I saw some, now that you bring it up, I remember you saying the RIP thing reminded me, as you know, we lost, unfortunately, our great Browning Nagel not too long ago, who, by the way, John Renshaw dated his ex-girlfriend in West Virginia before he transferred. Fun story, fun fact. But
not really.
But a month, you hate my facts.
I mean, nobody really knows who John Renshaw is, Trey.
That's sad. But about a month before he actually passed, I know there was people posting things that he had passed on Facebook, and I remember having to go down the rabbit hole. Remember I told you, like, before I'm going to believe something, I'm at least going to go down a rabbit hole and find out if it's real or not. And I remember going like, no way, that's crazy. And then somebody, apparently jumping the gun, maybe knowing he was ill or whatever. But so when he did pass, it kind of caught me off guard. I was like, no, not this again. And then I realized it was real, and I was like, this really sucks, because Brian Nagel was the favorite quarterback of mine.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's the first Louisville quarterback that I remember.
Yeah, he transferred from West Virginia.
He was, because I think I was 6 when we won the Fiesta Bowl, so he is quite literally the first quarterback that I remember. I think I have more concrete memories of Jeff when he took over for those couple of seasons. But yeah, Browning Nagel.
And my favorite player as a kid was Ralph Dawkins. And the weird thing is I would become an Eagles fan. My favorite Eagle is his brother Brian.
Texas, with Trevor's logic, we could play New Mexico on 9/11 and it'd be patriotic because Albuquerque is in America. Also, Mulberry Jam guy must be a virgin texting in geography trivia.
No,
grab a boob, loser.
We would play New Mexico on Cinco de Mayo. That's the connection there. Come on, get it with it, Texter.
Texas, happy Thursday, fellas. I've taken the liberty to look up the best games available on YouTube for our newcomers that we should watch in what I will be calling the I Was Not Familiar With Your Game series. Flory versus Arizona. Jackson, 2025 NCAA Tournament versus Arizona. Carter Knox, 2025 NCAA Tournament versus Texas Tech or 2026 versus Texas Tech. Alvaro, 2026 NCAA Tournament versus Florida. Deshane at Virginia or 2025 versus Kentucky. We could also watch the Cal and Miami games if we want to show Wooly some more love as well. I like this.
I'll have to go back and look at that text to write them down. So.
I mean, yeah, if you want to see, I think a look at what Fulgaris could do, watch the NCAA Tournament games for Iowa. Not the one they lost.
That replay was actually on against Florida. I watched it last week.
Was it?
Yeah.
He was very good in that game.
He was. I got very excited. It was a short version of the game because it was on Big Ten Network, but I got excited.
Fulgaris is a gamer. I think he is a classic bright lights guy. I think he'll play well for us this season in most like quote unquote normal games, but he embraces the moment. I think in our biggest games this season, he's one of those guys that I'm not saying he's like can't turn it on at all, but like subconsciously, I think he just takes things to another level when the game's the most important, and that's exciting for a program that has struggled in the biggest game so far this season. Talking about last night too, he's kind of giving it away a lot. Pat Kelsey loves Deshane Montgomery. Like, you can just tell. He didn't come out and say, like, this is my favorite player on the team. But he's just talking about, he's like.
You love that, too.
He's like, day one. He's like, this guy is just, like, he is just going at everybody. He's like, the defensive instincts are crazy. And he's just like, he's a million miles an hour every second of every practice, every workout. And I was like, hell yeah.
Better on-ball defender than Chucky Hepburn?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
That's a high. Don't get me wrong. You can still be not as good as Chucky and be
Chucky
pretty
was,
good.
ACC Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah,
he was very good.
He was so good as an individual defender, he made the whole team look better.
But I think Deshane is better when it comes to gambling and getting steals. Okay. But he does, like Chucky would
kind of more Russ then.
He doesn't get blown by as much as Russ. Oh, yeah. Like Russ was complete feast or famine.
Yeah, he liked the ball watch too, off ball.
Yeah, they were telling a story about Russ. Like they invited him to practice last year, and because they'd done it with Donovan Mitchell, where he practiced twice with the team, and they're like, what an experience for the guys. And then like Peyton had to practice I think a couple of times, and he still got it. And they're like, we invited Russ to practice, and he just shot every time. like they had just stopped practice.
And they were shocked.
Yeah. And Kelsey told Peyton, he basically was like, get your boy. Like, can you tell him we're trying to work on some stuff?
Peyton's like, I've been doing it for 15
years. So Peyton went over to Russ and was like, hey, we want you to kind of work within the offense, but we need to get other guys involved. And Russ like, oh yeah, I got you. Like, very next possession, he just drives the lane and throws up a floater. And they were like, Pat was like, I mean, we're not getting anything out of this, Russ. We need you to pass the ball a little bit. But look, you kind of know what you're getting into when you invite Russ to a situation.
If Pitino couldn't do it in 4 years, Pat's got no chance.
Yeah. Texas Mike, what is our actual record on Ag Day? Have we really not lost? No, we don't lose on Ag Day. 3-0.
We don't lose on Ag Day.
Also, Joshy Boy was so excited to announce these nice new LED lights in the stadium. Where is the Glow Game 2.0? That remains my biggest disappointment in Josh. If he can't get us a proper glow, I hope he suffers a minor cramp or on a run this year. Look, we don't lose glow games either.
No.
1-0. Damn near lost.
1-0.
We may not have had actual glowing, but by God, we won the football game. And that's all that matters. Glow game, glow day, ag day, we don't lose.
We don't lose an ag day.
Let's take a break. I do want to talk a little bit with the mention of Josh Hurd there. Eric Crawford wrote a story that was near and dear to the Riddler's heart. I'm sure he's texted in about it. We'll beat him to the punch a little bit after the break. We'll talk about that story, and you'll get your thoughts on the Gameday Men's Health text line. It's the Mike Rutherford Show presented by United Mechanical, 1450-96.1, Big X Sports Radio. Can I say something really mean?
It can't be any meaner what Anthony Jeselnik said about the song.
I don't know what he said. I think that guy's kind of a D-bag.
Oh, I like him.
Look, I'm very sad and very sorry that Eric Clapton's son passed away that he did. I hate this song.
So does Jeselnik.
What?
So that's the point of his act, and his joke in his act, how much he hates the song. Yeah.
I don't
I know
like
you don't
the
like
song.
him. I don't know why. Why don't you like it?
Because I think it's a crap song. I think Clapton's a D-bag, and I think that the song itself is just
Is there any particular reason?
Right,
I mean,
BS.
I told you the truth. I don't know why I hated the Timmy guy. I just didn't like him. Is there a reason you don't like?
He's a wife beater.
Okay, I don't remember that being a story. But
Was also an absent father.
I mean,
for
left the
this
window
kid.
unlocked. I get that.
That wasn't him. It wasn't his place.
Oh, I thought it was. I remember that was his apartment.
No. It was
So you're not a Clapton fan. So you're not a Rush or Cream. I mean, but Cream or anything like that.
No.
Oh, well. So I guess you don't like Unplugged.
No. Don't.
Well, I don't mind the song.
Not a big fan. It is the 4 o'clock hour here, the Mike Rutherford Show, presented by United Mechanical and Nexus Plus, 1450 96.1 Big X Sports Radio. Let's talk about this Eric Crawford column today that was up on WDRB.com. Now, it was about this time last year, I feel like, where I finally said enough is enough. I wrote the big column saying it's time to restore the banner. I think that came on the heels of whenever the NCAA's ruling with regards to the Michigan cheating scandal came out, where they essentially said, like, yeah, they cheated. Next. like that was the whole thing where they were like, yep, they cheated. They had coaches on the sidelines for other teams. They're stealing stuff. They gained an advantage. What do you want us to do? We're not going to do anything. And that was the moment I wrote a big thing on CC last year saying, like, okay, this is the time. Put the banner back up. Eric Crawford has come to the same conclusion that a lot of Louisville fans have in the wake of the Brendan Sorsby debacle, which is it is getting increasingly absurd that Louisville cannot rehang its 2013 NCAA championship banner. He wrote a very, very, very well-written story kind of laying out all of his thoughts. Had a lot of great one-liners in it. He starts off with this. Somewhere in a closet sits Louisville's 2013 NCAA championship banner. It has spent so much time in storage that it may soon qualify for historic preservation status. Perhaps somebody should dust it off. Not because Louisville suddenly became innocent, not because the scandal disappeared or because the NCAA made a mistake, though some of us believe it did, but because the NCAA itself has become the mistake. Ooh.
Okay, go on. I'm sorry.
You don't like that?
No, I just don't. I'm thinking. I think the NCAA is like getting kind of maybe worse in this than they should. They did try to like fight it. They have no spine.
What?
No, go on.
Okay. He says, he goes on to write, still serving a sentence handed down by a governing body whose authority now resembles a shopping mall after the anchor store moved out. The sheriff retired, the courthouse got condemned, yet somehow the prisoner remains locked in the cell. It's one of the great mysteries of modern college sports. The NCAA cannot consistently enforce the rules of today, yet Louisville continues paying for the rules of yesterday, and a shaky interpretation of them at that. He finishes with this. The power is gone. The certainty is gone. The rules on which it based its rulings are gone. The authority is evaporating in courtrooms across the country, but somehow that one banner remains rolled up in the dark, like the last surviving law in a country that repealed everything else. Louisville has spent more than 8 years paying for its sins. The NCAA has spent the same years losing the power to punish anyone else's. That's long enough. Restore the championship. Rehang the banner.
I think Michigan's still don't have theirs up, but that's no here nor there.
Well, they didn't win a championship.
True. Well, the one they did is questionable. Well, not this recent one, but the first one. I do love the mall reference. That was a good joke.
What do you think about his overall point?
Which is?
They need to hang the banner back up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that's obvious, right? I mean, I don't think it's, yeah. I mean, even before this came up, I felt like that should be a no-brainer. But now, yeah. I mean, again, there's no fear. I mean, we kid about taking it to court, but it's kind of like when you say, you're joking when you say something when you're drunk, but you really mean it. Like, that's what, I mean, we're not kidding. I don't think you are. I'm not.
Here's my big question.
Do it.
And here's what I would love to ask Josh if we had the opportunity. Because nobody can answer this question for certain, but he would have a better idea than the rest of us. If today the powers that be at U of L went over to the KFC Yum Center and took the banner out of storage and put it back in the rafters, what do we think the NCAA would do in response? What do you think they would say?
Come on, guys, please take it back down.
Do you think that would be the official statement that they would put out?
Not the official statement, but that's what they would go on the phone call to Josh.
I mean,
the official statement would be we as the NCAA cannot stand by and watch obedience or something. You know, like, they were vacated and rightfully so. They need to be taken down, or we'll come down with a hammer on them. You know, or a deal is on the works soon. We promise.
Because in the final ruling, the response to our appeal, in which, by the way, they said you guys argued very effectively. You're correct. We didn't use a lot of the things that were supposed to be mitigating circumstances. We did not take those into account. So well done. Great argument. By the way, we're changing nothing. Like, that was their response.
Great response, by the way.
But they said, ridiculous. They said in that, essentially, there can be no reference on university property to the seasons where the records were vacated, which means no 2013 banner, no. They came to that agreement where we can hang the final coaches poll #1, which is it's such a
lame.
Yeah, I know it almost makes it worse because like you just sort of forget about it and then you see it and you're like, oh, we had the banner. I think if we just hung up a 2013 NCAA championship banner today, I think they would try to come out and say Louisville has been banned from the 2027 NCAA tournament. And I think that that's what Josh's thinking is, which is, we're trying to operate in this new realm, and we need all the money that we can to make it happen. We don't need outside distractions. We don't need to, Pat Kelsey's getting the program back. We don't need him to have to deal with this and have the uncertainty of, are we even going to be allowed to play in the tournament? How would this affect the roster? Would players leave? All of that stuff. So I get it. But we've seen, I think beyond the shadow of a doubt at this point, that if this got taken to court, we would win.
Yeah.
And that the banner would stay up.
Unless we didn't get a judge that went to UK, maybe.
It has essentially been a question of, do we want to go that route? Do we want to invest the resources to go into that route? And Josh has essentially said, we got bigger fish to fry right now, which I get as well. But like, it would, I think it would go such a long way. Because this is where all of our minds go to nowadays. Every time there's a new piece of news where it's just this absurd court ruling that further restricts any of the little power that the NCAA has left. Every time there's that story, I think all of us just immediately think, I can't believe that we actually can't hang the NCAA 2013 banner. When they could not, in this day and age, tag us with anything if the exact same story came to light. They wouldn't dare. They wouldn't do anything to us. It would be business as usual if that happened.
I got maybe a little conspiracy theory here.
Okay.
Josh knows that if he puts the banner up and fights it, he's going to win, right?
I assume so.
He knows this. So he's saving it for if something bad happens with the basketball program, maybe in March, that he can put the banner up and take away.
It's the ace in the hole.
Yes. He's kind of holding on to that. Knowing that, if something bad happens, maybe Pat Kelsey gets a job and bounces or something, or, we get knocked out in the first round, or we don't make the tournament, for God's sakes. He can pull that and be like, everybody's calling for his job, and he'll go okay, but I've got the banner back up. And you know what? We know everybody will be like, it's great, never mind.
It's not a bad theory.
I could see him, he's a smart dude. I could see him doing that.
We're in a position where these are the no news is good news months when you're getting ready for the upcoming athletic season. You don't really want to hear anything in June or July. And then we've got an upcoming athletic season that I think the bulk of the fan base is very excited about. People feel good about Jeff Brom. They feel good about the football team. They feel good about Pat Kelsey and men's basketball. Women's basketball looks very good. And so he didn't really need a big PR win.
Yeah.
But you're right. If football started going horribly, or maybe basketball disappointed, you could be like, you know what, we're going to get the banner back. And that would be...
People would forgive, at least for momentarily, forgive him long enough for him to maybe bring in another, to get the hype back up for the next season with a transfer class or something.
I still think it would be nice, and I know he's done essentially this before, but just to say, we're looking into ways to make this happen.
What if
the last time it got brought up, he just said, it's not on my plate right now.
What if you
but hold on. But before he had done that, he had said several times some sort of vague, we're pursuing all avenues, we're looking into a bunch of resources. It does remain a priority for us to go ahead and get that banner back. I think striking more of that tone, even if whatever move he's referring to isn't going to happen in the very near future. I think just reminding the fan base that, hey, we know you care about this. It's still on our to-do list. It's still being looked at. I think that would go a long way towards getting people to stop being, so upset about this. Because there's a fear right now that this just isn't ever going to be addressed, and that everybody who participates in college sports is going to get away with everything from now until eternity, and we're going to be the only ones sitting here with a championship vacated forever. And that sucks. Go ahead.
I was going to say, how crazy it would be if you called the NCAA tomorrow and they were like, we told them like a year ago it was cool. Like, I don't know what you're talking. Like, you're just like, I'm just wondering, can I get a quote why you won't allow Louisville to hang the banner? Like, we told them it was A-okay like 2 years ago.
Did you check your spam folder?
Did you not? I don't know what you're talking about. I thought this was resolved. It's not hanging up.
Oh, what a bad feel. Yeah, would be very funny. But it does feel like enough is enough. It does feel like it's time. I would love to see it happen.
I mean, when did they take it down again? Was it 17? What year?
I want to say the official ruling was because it was right before
it was before 2020, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
It was. I think it was before Patino got fired. I think it was before the FBI thing.
17 was Patino's last year.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then he got fired in fall of 17. It was
yeah.
right after he went on College Game Day in that very small Lamar Jackson jersey.
So I guess my point is that it's 9 years, and each and every year we have still been, I don't want to use the word whining, but complaining about this. That's it tells you anything of the importance it does have to.
Yeah, for sure. February of 2018 was the day that we had to take down the banner.
That sucks because I hope it wasn't February 3rd, was it?
It was February. I can't see. It just says February 20th.
I'm just scared. February 3rd was me witnessing the Eagles win their first ever Super Bowl. And then the banner comes down from the first ever Louisville championship I kind of witnessed.
February 20th was the date.
Okay. Well,
I just remember
about a bittersweet month for me. I don't remember that.
The ruling gets released, and I remember everyone starting to read at the same time. And I just keep seeing people are like, the banner's staying! And like all these Louisville fans are celebrating and retweeting it. And the more that I read, the more I'm like, I don't know what if the language is a little confusing. I'm like, I'm pretty sure the banner has to come down, and I'm pretty sure all the wins from those 4 seasons have to come down. And unfortunately, that was exactly.
How confident were you? We were on opposite stations at the time.
Yes,
and I think I was doing a show. I might have been still a parent. I can't remember, but I was adamant. I mean, again, this may be how wrong I'll be with the NFL not touching Sorensby, but. I didn't think the banner would come down. I was like, there's no way they're going to bring. They'll give us probation, maybe. They'll vacate. But there's no way. Like the only vacated championships, I think there's like a track and field that was vacated, but they're not NCAA sanctioned.
No major sport championship had ever been vacated.
I think it was just. I thought track and field maybe at some point. But anyway, but yeah. So I'm 100% behind it, and obviously, as you said, same for you. I just didn't think it was going to happen.
I didn't think it was going to happen either. The one time that I started to get worried, because a buddy of mine was covering the story closely, and he shared with me a couple of text messages. This is when Louisville made its initial case, and it was a tough one for Louisville. You're operating in uncharted waters before. There'd never been a scandal like this where records were at stake because of something like this.
Our closest scandal probably would have been like. Late 90s with Smokey Walker.
So they did what they thought was the right thing to do, which is compare the monetary value of other scandals. They brought up Fab Melo, they brought up Marcus Camby, and they talked about the dollars that exchanged hands in this thing. And they were essentially like, if you didn't take away a season for, an $8,000 fake tutoring lesson, you shouldn't take away a season for $3,000 worth of money spent on strippers and whatever. And my buddy sent me a text that he had gotten from one of the NCAA representatives who's going to be dealing with this case. And it was essentially a very long-winded way of saying, I can't believe they're making this argument. These were heinous things that took place. This was, just completely immoral. And the fact that they're even talking about dollar amounts sort of makes me sick. And I was like, my God, like they're going to regulate morality. And that's exactly what happened.
And that's, by the way, ironically, against everything in their own rule books.
Yeah, there are no bylaws.
They basically
said it. He's like, show me the bylaws where Louisville violated rules.
It was ridiculous. I mean, the money thing can be brought up. That's fine. And, of course, I can get down the argument of, like, Like the guy, the morals. Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about morals? Go look at Colorado in the early '90s, what they were getting away with, and all the antics under Bill McHatton, whatever his name is, and
Well, again, based on the NCAA's
Miami.
If we had average students, normal students,
which is
attending these stripper parties and getting the same quote unquote benefits, we would have been A-okay.
I feel like that's just the excuse the NCAA used so they could give North Carolina a pass because they love North Carolina.
100% true.
But yeah, the money, yeah, it's ridiculous. The NCAA basically said we don't even abide by our own rules in giving punishment. Well, how are we supposed to abide by your rules if you don't even abide by your own damn rules? How do you expect us to do it?
Agreed.
I mean, you're giving. Bring up. I'd love to find those show clips from both of us back in that day, like during that time, and hear what we were saying.
I was very upset.
So was I.
Boxcar Bob on the Game Day Men's Health text line 502-414-1450 says, "Does the Spurs collapse last night put it on the Mount Rushmore of postseason collapses?"
First of all, I hate Mount Rushmore references.
We don't do Mount Rushmore.
I hate that. It's one of my.
But yes,
it's got to be. Yeah, I mean,
assuming they lose the series.
You assuming it's the Spurs, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, because I was going to say, losing the Knicks could actually dwarf that collapse if they lose a 3-1 lead. But
yeah, that's the thing. I feel like, this is an individual game collapse, but you've got, like the Yankees blowing the 3-0 lead in 2004 is a huge thing. But this is quite literally the biggest comeback in the history of an NBA Finals game.
Yeah.
So I think it has to be on like way up there on the list of biggest postseason collapses in individual games, like Oilers-Bills playoff game. The Frank Reich game, like that would be up there. But this is, I'm not going to pretend to know where I would place it.
I mean, Knicks being up 8 with like 6 seconds left.
That would be up there. Texas, the Spurs meltdown last night was the closest thing I've ever seen to the Duke Louisville game in 2019. That was also, unfortunately, a all-time meltdown.
And I won money on that because I had
nobody cares.
Oddly enough, last night when it was 81-52. I know no one's going to believe me, and that's fine. They don't believe my Jeff Brom story either. But I was talking to my friend, and maybe I was just over-vaped, but I was like, I think they might be coming back in this game. I was like, there's still 5 minutes to play like in the third quarter. There's a lot of time. Like, a lot could happen. He's just like, you're an idiot. I'm like, I know, but I just have a feeling. I didn't even think it was going to happen. I just was throwing it out there.
It was one of those where, I mean, to their credit,
tweeted it.
I kept looking up occasionally, and I would see the Knicks make a shot, and the MSG crowd's going nuts. And I'm like, damn. And then you look at the score and you're like, oh, it's still a 16-point game.
Yeah, but when they
were trying to get it really, really close. I thought they would make it competitive and maybe make things a little bit uneasy, but I never thought they would get all the way over the hump.
Well,
and they did.
It's De'Aaron Fox.
Gosh, nuts.
I mean, he had to cash in so he can get that Ashton Hagen phone cash.
Money phone, baby.
Money phone. That's what he wanted.
The Riddler texted in, said, I read the Crawford article and watched his commentary video of it. Highly recommend it. Yeah. Crawford says that fighting to rehang the banner would open fundraising doors. Everything the Riddler has been clamoring for years, Crawford wrote beautifully. Let's hang the banner tonight, Joshy boy. I'll buy you a drink after. Also, shout out to Glenn Rutherford for being Team Riddler. I mean,
I'm normally Team Riddler until he talks out his butt about my music.
I'm Team Riddler on this as well. I mean, I think the banner does need to go up. I've said it for a year and a half that if I were AD, I would just put it up and deal with the ramifications afterward. I would dare the NCAA to do something, but that's probably why I'm not. It's probably why Josh Hurd is a better AD. It's probably the safer route to go. But like I said, I do think it would benefit him and the entire athletic program to at least communicate in some way, shape, or form that this is still on the docket and that this is still at least being somewhat prioritized because people really do care about it.
Could have been the one move that would have made me not hate him completely by tirade if he'd done it.
Texas says,
maybe.
Texas, does Mitch Johnson not understand how hard it is to defend a pick and roll with essentially a 7'4" stretch 4 that doesn't need to dribble to go from the 3-point line to the rim?
Been asking it for.
You've been talking about this all week.
It drives. Now they did run it a lot more last night. Now, it helps when your guard, i.e. Fox, actually throws it to him when he's ready to do. But, yeah, that's the coaching they get out coached by Mike Brown. That means you need to question your job in life if that's the case.
Texas, it's time for Trevor to watch and give a review of Season 1 of Off Campus.
Whoa, I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
I have to Google it, sorry.
Off Campus is...
If it's a reality show, please don't suggest it.
No, it's got good ratings. It's a new show. It's a TV series that came out this year.
So one series, what stream?
Amazon Prime.
I've got Prime.
It's an
Okay.
American romantic drama television series.
Well, you know I'm a softie with rom-coms.
Have you watched what's the Heated Rivalry?
No.
It's the gay hockey player show. I think you would love that.
That's kind of okay.
It's basically like Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby if they became lovers.
I was gonna say which one of those was gay. I didn't know. I don't know. You better be careful because you did give me you made me watch Slapstick and I did love that.
God, Slapstick's so good.
I mean, it's not
Slapshot.
Excuse me, and it's not like at the top. I mean, it's behind Major League and some others still, but I did enjoy it.
So good.
And so be careful suggesting because you know I'll watch it. You do have a good track record for the most part.
Chris Plummer says, "Don't feel bad, Trevor. I've argued with Mike for years, and he always tells me I'm wrong. He's right, and then he won't allow me to come in to co-host." Well, if you win the bid, if you win the auction item, Chris, you can absolutely come in to co-host.
What'd you tell me I was wrong about?
I have no idea what he's
I can say,
referencing.
it happens so often I just lose count. I don't even pay attention anymore.
Texas, do you think that Chris Redmond could one day become Louisville football coach?
Hey, it's how Jeff Brodman did it. He started out the Louisville Fire coach.
He's having a lot more success than Jeff did in
Way
the AFL.
more.
I mean,
Jeff went 0-6 that year, I think.
I like Chris was coaching. It is kind of crazy to think he was coaching high school football this time like a year and a half ago.
Was he at KCD or something?
I think he was an assistant at Cal under Hunter.
At Cal, that's what it was. Okay,
Because Hunter's staff at Cal is basically all former U of L players.
Was one of the floors there or something?
LaForce had the head coaching job before.
Okay.
Hunter got it. He took a head coaching job closer to home in Louisiana.
I love him. He's such a nice guy.
And then Hunter got the job at Cal, and they've won like 4 straight state championships. They've been very, very good. But Redmond was, I think, coaching the quarterbacks there before he got this job, and clearly knows what he's doing.
I mean, I'd be okay with it. Maybe if this doesn't work out, he wants to come coach at Wagner, where he was once almost a player.
He could do that.
Yeah,
I would need to see him have a little bit of success somewhere else at the college level.
I don't know, coaching.
Before I would feel confident with him taking over at U of L.
He wins at Wagner. Is that like better than that's pretty impressive, right? What if he won a state title at Wagner? Where would you rank that amongst is that like Indiana winning a national title in football?
No. Wagner's played for a state title before.
When?
They got, in the late 90s, they got destroyed by Jared Lorenzen.
That was at 3-8. I was at the game. That was my senior class.
I was going to say, I can't believe you forgot that.
I blanked out. Yeah, we lost 56-7, and Jared Lorenzen threw 3 pass attempts that game.
He was very good.
He was bigger than everyone on our offensive line. That was the Bowling Green we beat in the game before. Cortez Reese caught the 50-yarder to win the game.
Lazar Guy says there's a great YouTube doc on Griff's time with the Jazz. I don't remember the name, but I watched it during basketball season. I highly recommend it.
I'd want to see that, actually.
I didn't know that.
I would watch that.
Scootator says last night's game damn near a carbon copy of the Knicks comeback versus Cleveland in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, I can't. That series was so boring.
I don't even remember how much the comeback was.
It was a boring series, yeah.
Cavs.
No, it reminded me. The Cavs meltdown of that reminded me of the Pacers meltdown 2 years ago against
that was
the
the game where they were down 22 in the
Yeah.
fourth. So not overall as big of a comeback, but 22 points with under 8 minutes to go is nuts.
They were 29 with 5 minutes played in the third last night.
God, that's crazy.
I
also saw the Spurs, their team total was 107.5, and they had, 70 points at halftime?
Yeah, I mean, when I made that reference, they had 81 points. It was 81-52. So they were outscored almost, 50-20 something.
But imagine betting Spurs over 107.5. And the halftime score, I mean, they had, I take it back, they actually had 76 points at halftime.
Okay.
So you're like, all right, all they got to do is score 32 points in the second half, which they had scored 41 points in the first quarter, 35 in the second quarter. So they scored more than 32 points in both quarters. They go 14-16 in the 2 quarters in the second half. That's an all-time I could never cheer for the Spurs again.
I don't know why. I just picture the degenerate gambler smoking a cigar at halftime, buying drinks. Guys, this is going to be on me. It's a lie. It's the game's going on. Like you said, at the party last night, it's 4 minutes left. Somebody goes, "Hey, Ron, you know they only got 90 points." He's like, "Huh?" He turns around drunk with cigar still in his mouth.
To quote Spike Lee from after the game, where he was talking about, someone said, the series isn't over. And he said, it's not, but the cat's in the bag and the bag's in the river. That's how you must have felt if you were a Spurs fan who had bet over 107.5 at halftime last
Peter's
night.
not going to get mad at him for that, is he?
I don't think Spike Lee cares.
I don't think
Little Dumper says De'Aaron Fox needs to be tarred and feathered. Also, can we talk about Alvarado attempting a single-leg takedown on Wemby?
I don't
didn't
remember
see
that play.
Like I said,
I wouldn't put it past him, though.
He's
He's that guy. Yeah, that's his
feisty.
reputation.
All right, let's go to break. When we come back, more from you guys on the Game Day Men's Health text line, 502-414-1450. That is the number. Keep them coming. Here on the Mike Rutherford Show, presented by United Mechanical, 1450-96.1, Big X Sports Radio.
I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that
Even my mama thinks that my mind is gone, but I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of.
you better watch
Final hour, Thursday edition of the show.
We got the theme yet?
Oh, I forgot there was a theme.
There's a theme. It was a theme day. The theme was inspired actually somewhat by one of our texts yesterday.
Now they're all from the same, about the same era, but it's not the same year. I can tell that.
A texter yesterday put me in a rabbit hole last night, so I'm kind of mad at him. But it
Okay.
also did lead me to this theme. It was something we talked about yesterday, actually.
90s chart toppers.
You're in the vicinity.
Because there was one song played, because I think early on it was like 97, 98 was that range. This was more, I was in 5th grade. I remember watching it on like Yo MTV Raps.
On the box.
And the box. I don't think I was into the box yet. I didn't have a TV in my room yet in 5th grade. That was more like 7th, 8th grade.
If you didn't like Bone Thugs and Harmony, you didn't watch the box.
God, Bone Thugs was all over
it's
the
the
box.
first of the month, for 12 hours a day.
Wake up. You're not wrong.
I always wondered, who's the guy spending $5 to hear this song over and over?
Freak Nasty to Dip was also very,
no wonder you don't like that song.
very much on there. Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you that?
Yes, just tell me the thing.
So the question of the person asked me who I thought the cheesiest 90s movie was yesterday.
Yes.
And it got me mad because we named some good movies, but I felt like there wasn't a good answer that I had. And I'm at home last night watching the game, San Antonio blowing them out, and just
Dangerous Minds.
going through my mind, I'm like,
City of Angels.
I'm like Mallrats maybe. And so I thought, okay, so the theme today is songs off of bad 90s movies. Yes, Dangerous Minds sucks.
So Dangerous Minds, Iris is from City of Angels.
That's correct, 1997.
Tell me the other songs.
98, I'm sorry. The first song was the Kiss Me song.
That was She's All That,
Yes.
right?
Which, by the way, I've admitted to a lot of things
not a
on
bad
here
movie.
you would say is embarrassing. The most embarrassing I can admit to was I saw that movie in theater.
Yeah.
That might be my answer for cheesiest 90s movie, by the way.
Rachel Lee Cook, gorgeous.
She's so hot. That's why I went and saw it in theater.
What was the other song?
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, 1991 by Everything You Do, I Do It For You.
I love that you said.
I love that.
You said the movie and then you said who it was by.
Well, the song's Bryan Adams.
I know you said Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves by Everything I Do It For You.
I always think of Robin Hood Men in Tights when he's like, I'm Robin Hood, and I have an Irish accent. I have an English accent, unlike others. Dangerous Minds you named, and the song you hate, Eric Clapton.
It was Phenomenon.
No, that was...
Yes, it was.
No, it was not. He did a song for
It's
that
Travolta.
movie. That's a different song.
What was Tears in Heaven in?
This was the first song he did after his son's passing, by the way.
I'm familiar.
And he did it because they threw a buttload of money at him. And he did it for the soundtrack of the movie Rush, 1991.
Don't even know that song.
Or
that movie.
When I was asking you about Clapton, I was actually said Rush on accident because I was looking at the video.
Oh.
And you didn't catch on to that.
I heard you say Rush, but
you probably thought I meant the band.
I did.
Yeah.
And I just let it go because you say stupid
But
stuff
that's
all
what
the
I
time.
was thinking. It was in my mind. I was like, I hope he didn't get that there. And the last one that we'll play, you'll know.
Okay.
So I'm not going to worry about it.
All right.
But you'll like it.
We've got Jenny Rochka coming in here at 5 o'clock to talk about Let's Dance Louisville a little bit. So we've got to run through the text line this segment, or at least do the best we can. So get your texts in now, 502-414-1450. We've also got the World Cup officially underway from Mexico City, and we have a second goal. Raul Jimenez in the 67th minute has found the back of the net. Mexico takes a commanding 2-0 lead.
I wish you'd let me keep
over South Africa.
The blanket from outside. I could be waving right now. Viva la Mexico.
You could if you wanted to.
Remember that blanket? You wouldn't let me have it?
I didn't. First of all, I don't have the ability. You're a grown man. I don't have the ability to keep you from taking.
No, you banned me from bringing it in the studio, I think. You were like, you're not picking that thing up. No.
It was a blanket that was rolled over a bucket of pee.
I was gonna watch
that was
it.
left by somebody outside. I can't imagine why you would want to keep that blanket.
I thought it was a cool blanket.
If you wanted to keep it, I could not have stopped you from keeping it.
No, you were adamant against it, I think.
Yes, for obvious reasons. Oh,
someone took it, and I was like, it's gone.
I watched the Simpsons clip today with the soccer starting because it was circulating today where it was, like stars like Androjandro 2. Oh, it's like finally decide once and for all who is the best country in the world, Mexico or Portugal. It's a great clip.
I love it.
Low scoring, high kicking, and ties.
The commercials they would do on there, like for those, those were always good.
Let's go. Okay, text line 502-414-1450. Texter says, I genuinely can't think of another team that would draw that kind of crowd as the Knicks did last night. Even the Lakers feels different. I think it's because NY is a different type of city than LA. In NY, you are always among the people.
He lost. I was about to get mad because I was like, dude, the Pacers crowd were just as crazy. But he's talking celebrity-wise.
Celebrities,
yeah.
Combination of like just madness and celebrities being there, and
I think, I don't think any. I agree with him on that though. Yeah, I don't think even LA would have matched it,
especially given the circumstances. I think with the Knicks not having won it all since '73, if they win this year and then let's say 2 years from now they're back in the finals, I feel like it won't. It'll be crazy, but it won't be quite the same.
I mean, the Lakers get back. They haven't won since 2010, so once they ever get back, they could have a good atmosphere.
Well, that's 7 years.
I know, but hey, the Lakers fans, that's a long time.
Sure. Texas, can the NBA just keep the celebrities off the court whenever the Knicks make a big shot in the games? That is really what annoys me, especially as a former NBA team employee.
John Starks is amazed. I'm amazed he didn't get teed up at some point during that game.
Why?
When Castle steps on the out of bounds, he's nearly on the court pointing at it before the ref could even blow the.
Again, I wasn't locked into the whole game.
I was,
but I did. So right when I got home,
but it's the first time he's done that from behind the backboard, though. He's been very animated.
Right when I got home, I rewound to watch the last 58 seconds of game time, not real time. It was like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
I was shocked by the amount of John Calipari screen time. He was everywhere.
Yeah,
he's got seats in front of Sandler,
which I don't.
Ow!
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, Sandler's from New Hampshire. He's not actually New York.
I don't care. You shouldn't be sitting in front of Adam Sandler.
Sal's Pittsburgh.
But he's there for his guys.
I know. I'm just saying in terms of hometown.
He doesn't deserve to be sitting in front of Adam Sandler. It's crazy. Texas, what if Josh Hurd just can't find the banner? Like it ended up in a box in a random closet, and the person who wrote down where got fired in the fallout.
That's why he's not responding, is because he doesn't know where it is. It's why he's delaying it.
I would just love it if that was the whole thing where it's like we can't afford to make another one and we don't know where the real one is. Kenny Klein took it with him to New York. I know that Kenny knows where it is. I know that Lottie knows where it is. It's somewhere. I think
that's great.
I think there's a full. They showed it in that documentary they did. There's a full closet with the actual trophy, the 2012 Big East Tournament Championship trophy, the West Regional Championship trophy. They have all that stuff locked away together. They cannot display it from those 4 years.
You want to know a good way not to lose it? Hang it in the rafters. I'm just seeing the last OG putback now. I hate to pile on him, but that was De'Aaron Fox's man to box out.
It's a hell of a play.
I mean, but that was Fox not looking and not paying attention to him.
Well, he's not good at basketball, so that's.
I'm just saying. I hate to pile on the poor guy, but it's just another one.
Texas, social media is making me hate Knicks fans. I agree. I feel like if we did not have social media, I'd be all in on. I don't care that much, but I'd be like, this is a cool story. I'm kind of rooting for the Knicks. Seeing their fans behave like absolute a-holes after every game is making me root against them.
If I didn't hate the Knicks, I would be rooting for them because you're right. This is a great story. I mean, 73, it's New York. You have a drink, yada yada yada. Plus, I know it's not the Spurs from I guess I would say our dad's Spurs, but Ian's dad's Spurs. It's been a while, but it's still we know they've won enough.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Texas, I know Mike wouldn't consider a 10-2 season disappointing in football this year. But would that change if the two losses were not Ole Miss and SMU? No.
I think 10-2 is successful regardless.
We can't call – forget about success. You can't call it a disappointment, right?
When you win 10 games, it's not a disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's true for even elite programs, most of them. It's especially true for a program like us. We've won 10 games 7 times in 112 years.
No, exactly.
I know we all want – we have this sort of playoff or bust mindset right now. If we go 10-2 and don't make the playoffs, and to use your hypothetical, we beat Ole Miss and SMU, but we lose to
Stanford and Kentucky.
Yeah, Pitt or Stanford or Kentucky. I still can't call it a disappointing season.
I can't either.
I can say I'm disappointed that we didn't finish strong and that we lost to two teams we shouldn't have lost to. But you win 10 games, that's a good year at Louisville without question.
Could you use the word aggravating maybe for it?
Yeah, I mean, I think when we
because you lose games you should have won.
Sure.
When you
frustrating. It could be a frustrating season.
Yeah, that's a better one. Okay.
Like I think the way that we ended Jeff's first year, where we're 10-1, and then we lose to Kentucky, we lose to FSU in the ACC title game, we lose our bowl game. Like that was kind of an aggravating end of the season. But you can't call 10-4 season disappointing.
Yeah, never.
Absolutely
If
not.
you're way more spoiled than I could ever be.
There's hey, Mike, do you think it's hypocritical for UK fans to keep harping on Flory's height when Oscar Tshiebwe was also 6'7"? By the way, is Oscar the worst National Player of the Year winner in the last 15 years? Oh, that's not a bad question.
I had to look at the national championship winners to remember who all won.
Yeah, let's.
I mean, again, and are we talking about like what they do after college, or are we talking about like what they did in college and didn't deserve it?
I assume like what they did in college.
Because I mean, we talk about like pro careers.
He was great because he was great that year, but they got stunned in the first round by St. Peter's.
He can't be the first college player of the year to lose in the first round, though.
No, I mean, I'm looking at the list right now. Last 15 years, Jimmer Fredette.
I mean, they lost in the second round or Sweet 16?
I think they went to the Sweet 16 that year.
I think you're right.
It was 2011. Anthony Davis.
I mean, national title, yeah.
Trey Burke and Victor Oladipo split the awards.
I mean, Oladipo made Sweet 16. Trey Burke Final Four.
Doug McDermott in 2014 led the nation in scoring.
I don't remember where Creighton went in the tournament.
think they got beat by Carolina in the Sweet 16.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Frank Kaminsky in 2015.
I mean, well, that would be the Final 14 then, yeah.
Buddy Hield and Denzel Valentine split in 2016.
I'm almost positive that was the Michigan State team that lost in the first round as a 2 seed, right?
To Middle Tennessee?
Yes.
I think you're right. And then Oklahoma went to the Final Four.
That could be right.
Denzel Valentine's a good one where I think he was overrated.
Yeah, Michigan State might have been. I'm pretty sure I might. You can check it, but I think that was the same year.
Frank Mason for Kansas a year later was also.
No.
It felt like just like a whatever type National Player of the Year.
Frank Mason's the guy that you almost don't even remember even playing college basketball.
Yeah, this is the peak of every good player is going pro immediately after they get good in college.
What year was Mason?
2017.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. That was the
Jalen Brunson in 2018, Zion Williamson in 2019, Luka Garza and Obi Toppin split in 2020.
I don't remember what Iowa didn't go that far, did it?
Well, we didn't have a tournament.
Oh, yeah, that's right, duh.
Garza,
that could be worse, right?
Yeah. Garza won again in 2021. They got blasted by Oregon in that tournament in the second round.
Okay.
Tshiebwe, and then Edey, Cooper Flagg, Cam Boozer.
Edey.
Tshiebwe's up there. If he's not the worst in the last 15 years, he's close.
Was Edey the first one to win back-to-back since, like, Wayman Tisdale? Or did Tyler Hansbrough win back-to-back?
Hansborough went back-to-back.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, maybe.
No, he didn't, actually.
I still think I might be wrong. Wayman Tisdale's the only one who went 3 straight. Because he went like his freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and then went pro.
Sounds right.
But I could be off on that.
Yeah. Hansborough did not go back-to-back.
Oh, he didn't? Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a while. I'm scrolling back. Looks like Ralph Sampson was the last player to go back-to-back before Edey did it.
What about Tisdale? Tisdale was 85, class of 85.
He's not on here as a National Player of the Year.
Oh, that's
85 was Ewing and Mullen.
You know what? Maybe I'm thinking All-American. Maybe I'm confusing him with first team All-American.
Texture says, Tuba CCBM here. The U of L Health halftime show is something the marching band does where the children in the hospital choose the halftime songs and are honored during halftime, something to that effect.
I mean, cool, I guess.
I'll put that in the press release.
Yeah.
That's great.
Was that so hard?
You made it very easy for me to understand, and I like that. Texas says Rutgers is in New Jersey, Trev.
I know that, but they're the closest thing to a university in football that New York has, right? I mean, am I wrong on that?
Well, Syracuse.
Yeah, but that's upstate New York. They don't count that. Yeah, no one counts upstate.
St. John's is the closest for basketball.
But no football, yeah. We were talking football at the time, though, right?
They both battle, and I don't think New York claims either team. Like, they're both like, we're New York's team, and New York is like, we don't care. Like we don't watch college.
I am aware Rutgers is in New Jersey, right?
I feel like Notre Dame is New York's team.
I don't think they just care about football. Really.
Any bandwagon college football team is what people cheer for.
The Jets have just killed all football love from all the fan base in New York.
Probably.
Which, by the way, should I draft the Jets rookie tight end?
No. Texas TK is back. We nay we yearn for the transfer portal theme music. We don't have portal stuff to talk about.
No. Plus, we're going to save that for when we sign a guy now.
Yeah. Texas best to not have Trevor yelling goal for too long since he is a longtime smoker. It might be a workers' comp issue.
Well, first of all, I'm down to get any kind of lawsuit or workers' comp in this place. Second, I think the fact you pointed out I have been a smoker, and I've been very good about it. I'm very cut back. I can still go that long. That should make you be like, okay.
I was impressed with the vocal, the lung capacity.
Shout out to Electric Lena and that 3-footer. They have made my lungs so strong.
Speaking of the 3-footers, did you see that Coors Light, Coors Light for the World Cup has come out with a taller boy? You know, they have tall boys.
Yeah.
It's a taller boy. It's a long, skinny can that holds 3 beers in one can.
For that guy who doesn't want to walk to the back to the stand.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, where do I put this when I'm not holding it? If I spill my
How tall is that? Is it in width or in height?
Height. The picture makes it look very tall. I wouldn't want. I get it's like a cool thing and it's great for social media and stuff. I wouldn't want to drink a taller boy.
I mean, I'm just kind of guessing in the YouTube right now, like where how tall it would be, and you can see.
You can look it up on Twitter.
Okay,
just search
like
taller boy.
If I'm guessing 3 cans stacked on top of each other, that's decent height.
Yeah, the guy holding it in the picture, it looks ridiculous.
Can we get a picture of like Andre's hand with that?
The thing is, even when I drink tall boys, because I feel like that's all they have at games now.
Are those 2 beers? Are those 2 cans?
I assume it's 2 or 2.5. I think it's like 16 ounces. So I feel like they always get warm by the end. Like it's just like you're drinking like that gross kind of like lukewarm beer for the last like 3 drinks. I'm like, ugh. It's hot. It's summer. I want to be going fast here.
Oh wait, 16 ounces is like barely a beer and a half. 12 ounces is a can.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So if you're 2, it's 24, 37. 36, that's a liter. Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about 36,
that's what taller boys are.
That's an entire liter. Look at me. You like how I'm pulling that math out, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what tall boys are, though.
If that is, that's
tall boys are 16 ounces.
I don't know why I just went too far. Can I get a liter of beer?
Yeah. Tall boys are 16 ounces. I assume that if it's holding, 3 beers, that's going to be what, 36 ounces?
That's what. It's 36. That's a liter. It's a liter. Yeah.
So I feel like that's it's more than twice a tall boy. Ridiculous. Texas says, my wife has a PhD in political science and she works at a bank. LOL.
I mean, is it not it's supposed to be like a hard degree, but I feel like it's a useless one, right? No offense to his wife, who she might agree with since she's working at a bank with.
I minored in political science.
Okay, yeah. And you can't tell me what it really does?
I just told you what it does.
You gave me a Louisville themed description.
That's what political science is. Exactly what I told you. The study of political systems and governments across the world. That's what political science is.
There's more to it. You're holding back.
It's not. Texture says, Trevor is an artist, not a scientist.
Thank you. I don't know if that's a reference to something, but I like it.
Texture says, Trevor is correct, and it's a pretty known thing. Part of the real Catch Me If You Can guy is he potentially made up most of the stories that made the movie. Kind of makes sense. Con man, con the storyline. Yeah. And who even cares? It was a great film regardless.
I agree. Knowing, even after I learned, also knowing that the hand-ready character is not real. It's based on 4 people.
Kelsey says he never saw the guy. He said he was like Willy Wonka. He's like never saw him.
I believe it's a great movie though. I do love that movie.
Texas fellas, hear me out. First of all, this text is signed by Trevor's cellmate. So
but he just texted me and says I have a bachelor degree in political science.
There you go.
It's my buddy Yates. Maybe you can explain.
Fellas, hear me out. Once we get the banner back, I think we should act like we just won the national championship again. It would piss UK fans off to no end by us just saying it's been 3 days since we won the national championship. When's the last time you all won one?
You know you got me good when you get a snort from me on my laugh. So that you take credit.
I love this idea.
I do too. We should have a parade.
Yeah.
And do it. Yeah, celebrate as if have to bring back the players.
We're selling gear. Everyone's just buying new gear for the 2013 national title.
It's deja vu.
We have a ceremony where it goes up.
Let's rub it in their face by doing shirts that says, this isn't deja vu. It's 2026.
It's been 23 days since the last time we hung a national championship banner. I love that idea.
That would be great.
I think that's great. Well, yeah, parade through the city. Maybe parade through Lexington. Texture says, Illuminati is the reason all the celebrities were in Madison Square Garden. The
Stonehenge, isn't that the Simpsons one with the stonecutters?
I don't know. Also says, well, Farm and Machinery Show is going to Florida. Thanks, Mayor Green Bleepsburg.
Okay.
Texture says, what 8 countries start with the letter I?
I don't know.
Iceland,
Italy.
Ireland, Italy.
It's the Republic of Ireland. Does that count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Indonesia.
Mm-hmm. That's 4. How many did he say or she say?
8.
You said Iceland. You said you got Italy, Indonesia.
It's a terrible thing for radio.
Ireland. I mean, but we named the best 4, right?
I think so.
So, like, anything after that's moot, right? Should we Google it?
India.
Oh, yeah. The one was just like, 40 billion people.
I love that I said Indonesia, but struggled to get to India right after.
I was going to say, how do we forget India?
Yeah, that's not good.
Not good at all. That's 5, by the way.
Now I keep being like Ethiopia.
I know how to spell that. There's 3 we're missing, and if one was India, I'm really afraid to ask the other 3.
Iran and Iraq.
Okay, the one we're in war with.
We should have gotten those. The one that we have been in war with.
I mean, when's the last time we talked about Iran, right? I mean, come on.
All right, we're at 7.
So we're missing 1. Is it someone we've been in war with?
No,
is it that?
Dude,
is it that bad?
It's one that we're currently in war against the others with. It's Israel.
Okay. Yeah. I think we can. I don't think we can claim being good at geography anymore.
No, that's not. Well, that's not really geography.
That's
just
wow.
That's names with letters.
That's. We named the most irrelevant ones too.
Mulberry Jam guy's trying to defend his terrible French borders trivia question. French Guiana is not a territory and is recognized as France proper.
Listen, Mayberry.
The longest domestic flight in the world is from Paris to South America. Exactly. It's a ridiculous question. That's a gotcha question. I don't like that.
It's a trick question, and I'm not a fan of them either. Come on, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Kind of ruined my day.
It's like my cousin Benny. What's the start time? That didn't exist.
Ohio guy says, what an embarrassing meltdown for the Spurs last night. Game 4 was a must-win game for them. We don't do must-wins. That's not true. Speaking of Mary Rutherford, did she cry after seeing the videos of Savannah Guthrie and Jenna Bush crying on the Today Show? Probably.
Haven't
found her mom.
They still okay. I was going to ask this. I wasn't sure.
Haven't found her mom.
Not good.
No. Texas, regarding football themed games, 1, I still want my straw hat. Everyone wants their straw hats. 2, no glow game test for the new light system. Man up and live a little, Josh. 3, no blackout, or do they normally wait to announce those? They typically do. Sometimes they do them at the beginning of the season when they know they've got a night game, but they didn't this year. Doesn't mean we won't have one. 4, hopefully Kids Day isn't a 7:30 kickoff like it was last year. Oh, that's tough.
That would
8 o'clock kickoff for the Kids Day game. It's like they can stay for a quarter before they've got to go.
You got to have a kids game at noon, right?
You would think so, but sometimes they can't control the kickoff games. Texture says, I could care less about whether we're allowed to hang the banner or not. I care about the actual records being reinstated. What's the point of being able to hang it with it still being vacated in the record books? Well, here's the thing now. Everyone's starting to keep their own records. Like, they had the whole thing with Patino winning, whatever it was, 1,000 games this past season. They counted the games that he had vacated at Louisville. Like, they just, they're just not considering it. Like, why do we have to consider the official NCAA records? I think it's dumb that we still, in our own media guide, don't list the vacated games on our totals, or when we do, we have like a little asterisk and we clarify underneath it. Like, just count your own records. Who cares what the NCAA says at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, they're tilting at windmills anytime they try to give a punishment.
Says Mike, do you ever see Rick taking on the NCAA to reinstate his victories that would be a catalyst to get our banner back? No. I think he just wants to not ever be associated with that ever again. I think that he doesn't care. He's moved on. He wants to end his career by taking St. John's to a Final Four. I just think that he never wants to hear about his name being tied with that again. So I don't think he would go get it push it.
Push it real good.
Texas, let me guess, the NCAA guy referring to heinous acts voted for Trump.
Actually, I wouldn't think he would. I mean, why? I mean, that's as hypocritical as Ken Starr crying at the moon about, Bill Clinton and then being like okay with Trump. I mean,
everyone's a hypocrite. Texas Riddler again. How and when do I bid for the co-host? Also, how much for Josh's phone number? I have some ideas I need to run by. We'll have Jenny Rochka in the studio here in just a couple of minutes.
You have Josh's phone number?
Yeah, and she'll give you the details. Texas, if our punishment by the NCAA was a moral thing or an integrity to the game thing, Josh Hurd should call the NCAA and just give a pleasant worded warning. If that Texas Tech quarterback plays one down, our banner is going up 5 minutes later.
Did you see the Sam Houston State tweet about him?
No.
Where that's who they play week 1, and they retweeted the schedule, and they captured like, "Don't worry, America, we got your back."
All right.
I love a good little Twitter sauce throw in between
like
schools. Yeah,
I like that. All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, we're gonna have Jenny Rochka in studio talking a little Let's Dance Louisville. We'll also take the rest of your quotes, your text, I should say, and then make some predictions for the night ahead in sports. The Mike Rutherford Show. We're wrapping it up next here on 1450 and 96.1 Big X Sports Radio.
Visit ParkMammothGolfClub.com and experience the best in golf today.
Louisville football fans.
Graying tower alone on the sea. You came.
Now this
is creepy because no one can see you, but they hear you now.
Oh yeah, that's right. I moved to the other side.
Like a ghost.
This was another one of the Batman and Robin movies, right?
Yes, Batman Forever, which was
Terrible
1995. Yeah,
terrible film. This is a great song though.
I agree. This is one of those songs, though, in the video, you can pretty much watch the whole movie in the video.
Yeah, it's about cocaine.
Kiss My Rose?
Yeah.
Don't talk bad about Seal. The man overcame lupus.
It's about cocaine.
The only and my favorite part of the movie Vacation, when he gets so mad about Seal and they won't sing along to the song. The guy overcame lupus, for God's sakes.
It is the final segment of the day here on the Mike Rutherford Show, 1450 96.1 Big X Sports Radio. Man, I moved across. These headphones suck.
Not to mention, I'm getting it. I know it's not going over the air, but I can hear you in my right ear with the headphone, and I always leave my left ear uncovered to listen.
Yeah, I forgot you do that.
And I know I'm weird.
Well, the door's open.
I know, and I can hear you in my left ear talking as well.
I don't like this at all. The echo just doesn't feel. These headphones stink.
Plus, I feel like I'm alone here with no one on the mic, no one on the camera.
How often are you looking at the camera? I never look at the camera.
I look over that way all day.
You just love yourself that much.
Well, no, actually, I was looking at you personally.
Well, we're going to have Jenny Rochka in here momentarily to talk a little bit about Lindsted's Louisville. Before we do that, I want to remind you guys, if you've been hurt in an accident or on the job, the best place to go is the Collier Law Firm. Tony Collier and the crew, over a decade of experience serving this community, getting you the money that you need for your recovery, and then letting you keep the money that you need for your recovery, which is why their attorney fees start at just 25%. Other firms are going to make you sign a piece of paper that's going to put 40, 45, 50% of your recovery money back in their pocket. To call your law firm, they got your back, not your wallet. Give them a call today, 502-736-8141, or go online to collierlawfirm.com, Colyer lawfirm.com. Hurt in an accident or hurt on the job, call your law firm. We're here with Trevor Kelsey as we wrap up the Thursday edition of the show. I just saw a YouTube comment here. This is, I mean, they address it to me. I assume that this is more for you. It says, Mike, 19 years ago today, the most infamous segment in WWE history happened when Vince McMahon got into his limo and it exploded everywhere, ending the Mr. McMahon character. I thought like Vince McMahon was still a character for until 5 years.
Well, that's because 2 days later, Chris Benoit happened.
Oh.
And they had to ditch that entire storyline.
Gotcha.
That was the gimmick, was they were going to claim he got somebody blew him up, and according to the dirt sheets that they were going to do a whole funeral, and they were going to do this whole, I mean, they were going to really play it out. And like 2 days later, Benoit happened.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they had to change. They had to do an audible.
The only other text on the YouTube chat is, Mike, what in your opinion is the worst intersection in Louisville? Bardstown and Eastern on a Friday night as hell, or Whips Mill Road in LaGrange if you go through Linden ever.
Try making a left on her on the Westport Road.
It is, yeah, that's...
That light stays green for like a second, and then you have to, the arrow, and you can't go green. You can't yield because all the traffic.
That's, yeah.
That's my personal, because that's my area of town.
Anything on Shelbyville Road also is just terrible these days.
True.
Or Dixie Highway.
Which block of Shelbyville, Mike? Any of them.
Any of them.
Any of them.
Terrible. Let's take a couple quick texts before Jenny hops in here. Texas, was Calipari only at the game last night because he saw Patino there getting a standing ovation in Game 3? Probably.
Maybe.
They did, they hyped up the Patino intro when they did that a couple games ago. Texas, Mike is only openly suggesting the bird mask idea because he is 78% sure Jeff Brom wouldn't murder him if it backfired. Can you imagine if I hyped that up and we all agreed to do it? And then we lost to Stanford. I mean, his thing, I would be more mad at Jeff than Jeff would be at me. I would feel like he ruined it. There's no way we would lose. There's no way we would lose.
I mean, is the coaching staff wearing them too?
No.
Okay.
Everything on the field is operating business as usual. It's just dead silence, stillness, and creepy-ass bird masks in the crowd.
I mean, what if the players, the offense comes to the field, and they take off their helmet and put the mask on and just sit down and sit there?
I think that would be fantastic.
That would be hilarious.
We'd probably win by even more. Texas, the Coors Light Taller Boy holds 3 actual cans.
That's
you don't
36.
pour the beers in. Oh.
So it's a 30.
That's stupid.
That's like, I mean, no one can see it, but like my apple juice container right here, that's about what a tall boy container would be. This is a liter and a half right here. For what it's worth.
And there's
you
like
can't
3
see it
people
because
on the YouTube chat. So.
Well,
it's.
I'm just showing the. You know what? If you want inside information behind the curtain, go look at the YouTube.
There you go. Prujic says LMFAO, didn't Chris Benoit do the thing literally the weekend after that episode? So Vince got blown up and then was right back on TV Monday night talking about how Chris was a great guy. And then like 2 more days later, the details came out. The WWF just deleted everything about him.
It wasn't even 2 days. It was like the next day, I believe. You cannot find that. I've looked for it because
I saw there was a special on him. I watched one of those like Dark Side of the Rings, and there were a handful of people that like said they wouldn't participate in that Raw, or that did, but like didn't want to go in depth about what a great guy he was because they had lingering suspicions that there was more to the story.
Maybe. I don't think anybody knew the whole story at that point. But there may have been some insight.
Whoever he wrestled the last time that he wrestled talked about how like he's like, they interviewed me, and they showed the interview from that night on Raw, and he is like, he's talking about how sad it is, but he's not doing what everybody else is doing, which is talking about how great. He's like, I had a thought that something had been going on, and I thought that he was like maybe like had something to do with it.
I mean, I could be confusing with Eddie Guerrero, whose death was just not a couple years earlier than that, and was tragic as well. But I believe there was a pay-per-view that night, and like he just no-showed, and they had. I mean, I'm sure people in the crowd were kind of like, "Why?" I think it ended up put like bad. It was a title match on top of it, like ECW championship match, and he just did no-show, and they just played it off. And I mean, at some point, they had to have gotten knowing what happened, but they just know the details. It's kind of unfortunate because I mean, he was actually one of my favorite wrestlers. Like in the ring, I thought he was awesome. I loved it, but it just sucks.
We have our first final from the World Cup, Trev. Mexico
has
defeated South Africa 2-0 to kick off the World Cup. Goals by Quinones and Jimenez in the 9th and 67th minutes provide the difference. Mexico, El Tri, riding high in whatever group. Is that Group A? Sure. Yeah. Early leader in Group A will have South Korea versus Czechia. Did you know that they don't call it the Czech Republic anymore?
Really?
It's Czechia.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Get with the times.
Viva la Mexico!
Texas, speaking of India, Mike, you need to add RRR to your movies to watch because subtext is for cowards. Is that actually a movie? I've never heard of that.
What was that?
I think I propped something on the door. I think Jenny just walked in.
Okay. RRR, I don't know what that is.
Apparently it's a movie from 2022. Never seen it.
I'll Google it. I don't recognize it. Yeah.
Ohio guy says Chris the Plumber has no interest in the World Cup since Israel and Russia didn't qualify. Wasn't Russia banned again?
No, are they?
I'm pretty sure.
We're in war in Iran and we're letting them come and we're banning Russia?
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but that seems a little. As you said, though, life is impossible to avoid being a hypocrite.
Lazard guy says a retro night throwback uniforms is such an easy thing to do, and it's nowhere to be found. I still am shocked that we have not done the Jeff Brom retros. They put those out for sale the first year. I assumed we were going to wear them at some point. No. We've still not worn the early 90s throwbacks.
Now, when we say retros, are we doing like the mid-drift on the wide receivers?
I would hope so.
Greg Brom style?
Aaron Bailey style?
Let's another one, yeah.
All right, Trev, you talk for a second. I'm going to go bring Jenny in.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know what to talk about. You just left me off.
Talk about NHL Game 5 tonight.
Tonight, the Golden Knights will take, which are tied. I think I had that one right. It's tied for 2-2, so I am going with the Golden Knights tonight again, just mainly because my cousin lives out in Vegas, and I did tell him that their win was during his daughter's birthday party. He's going to throw a second birthday party now for her. So happy birthday, second time, Margaret, for that. Other than that, I don't know what to say about hockey. You gave me a hockey platform. I mean, why don't you just ask me to talk about political science?
I gave you any platform that you wanted to talk about, and then you said you didn't know. So then I handed you hockey.
I got to be in a groove, man.
On a silver platter. We've got Jenny Rochka in the house now. You can see the trophy on the YouTube chat. Look at that bad boy.
That thing is pretty nice.
I told you it's huge. If I win any of them, we're touring the city.
Yeah, but how many times have you told me
that? So Jenny is here to talk a little Let's Dance Louisville, which I know talked your all's heads off. If you want to pop the headphones on there, Jenny, you can. She's sitting in. We gave her seat 1.
I think it's taller than Scoots.
It's unfair shot at Scoots.
I like.
No reason to do that.
I talked to him yesterday.
Jenny in the house today. She is I feel like I can refer to you as like the queen of Let's Dance Louisville. You're very much a part of it.
I'll take queen. No one has called me that, but I would expect a tiara from you on Saturday. Would that be okay?
We can make that happen.
Okay.
We can make that happen. Now, the big trophy you won, I believe that happened in, correct me if I'm wrong, 2018?
That's right.
Is that correct?
So move closer to the mic a little bit.
Bring the mic a little closer there.
Closer?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Talk
there
right
we go.
Talk
Great.
right into it.
Okay.
So
yes.
The most common question that I've gotten, and I got it last night at this dinner thing that we went to, people are just like, how did you, like how did this happen? How did you get talked into this? And I'm basically like, a family friend reached out to me, and then when I heard about the cause, it was one of those where I was like, you can't say no to this. This is a really great cause. It sounds like a fun event. I'll do this. How did you get talked into doing this back 8 years ago?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for asking that question. It's a great story. I hope my friend Michelle Makashori is listening. She was the one who pointed it out to me. She had gone to Let's Dance Louisville 2017. Her husband, Bill Shorey, works for Wave 3. Wave 3 has been a big supporter of Let's Dance Louisville. They were at the event, and Michelle texted me the next day and said, Jenny, you've got to do this. And I said, okay, let me see. Okay, dancing. Okay, helping people, feed the hungry. I can do it. But, Michelle, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity. She's like, oh, you're a doctor. It's fine. I said, okay. So I looked it up, Cathedral of the Assumption, where I got married. Going to shout out my husband, Eric Rochka. I know he's listening.
Shout out, Eric.
So I got married at the cathedral. I know Maggie Cyphers. She's the chair of Let's Dance Louisville. And I actually sought her out, and I said, hey, Maggie, I want to dance in Let's Dance Louisville. I said, if anybody drops out, I will dance. I'm a good dancer. I can also raise as much money as possible. I promise you. If anybody drops out 2 weeks before the dance, call me. So she called me. They asked me to dance, and I said, I'll do it. And I went in there as an underdog. I know you all this is sports radio. You all are big fans of underdog stories. I'm an underdog because I didn't think I was a celebrity. I also didn't think I was going to win because when I competed with Kevin Flannery. Kevin Flannery was the president of Churchill Downs. I do not have friends with big pockets, and I thought I wasn't going to win. What I did was I asked every single person I know for money. Every single person that I ever met for money because it's a great cause. Like you said, like how could you say no to helping our community feed the hungry? Especially this time right now, right? I'm so grateful that you said yes. So
I was telling Trev yesterday, some of the people that I'm texting, I'm going back and I do feel bad about it, but also at this point I've got no shame. I'm realizing that like I haven't texted you since 2023, and like it's like the most recent text. I'm like, hey, give me money now. But you got to do what you got to do. The worst they can do is say no or not say anything back. And I've gotten very comfortable with reaching out and asking as many people as I possibly can for money.
Right, because you're not asking for yourself.
Right.
You're asking for other people who can't advocate for themselves. Right. We see people on the street asking for money all the time. With participating in Let's Dance Louisville, we are helping people on a bigger scale, right? The soup kitchen at the Cathedral of Assumption feeds 160 people every day, every single day, 50,000 meals over the course of the whole year. So Mike asked me, because we are in the fourth quarter of Let's Dance Louisville, right?
We are.
It's the fourth quarter.
2 days away, 48 hours left.
Mike is already at the top. All right, he's got over, I didn't look at it today, over $12,000.
I believe we're almost at $14,000.
$14,000. All right, we're at $14,000, and we're making a big push. That's why he asked me. He wants some of this winter energy that I have.
That's exactly right.
He told me he wants to parade around town with the Stanley Cup of Let's Dance Louisville.
Yes.
I mean, this is a toddler-sized trophy, I believe.
Promised anybody who donates, they can take a picture with it, they can touch it, you can spend a day with it, just like the Stanley Cup.
Yes, but you have to make a donation. If you touch his trophy, you have to make a donation. All right, that is what, that's what I did with my trophy. After I won, anybody who wanted to touch it had to give me $1. All right, that is how I won, okay? I was able to raise over $40,000.
Oh, my God.
By scraping together dollars. All right, so I came on today. My challenge to you listeners is what Mike told me. He said you have like 1,000 people listening. Maybe there might be extras because some of my friends are listening that hadn't listened before. 1,000 people. What I want you to do, I'm going to wait. You're going to go get your phone. You're going to go to your computer. You're going to go to www.letsdancelouisville.org. Okay, I'll wait for a second.
Make it happen. Letsdancelouisville.org.
Right. You know what? On Saturday, when you get to that site, you're going to see the event is this Saturday, June 13th. Come out, support Mike, support the Hungry of Louisville. I'll make sure you have a good time. You come find me, I'll make sure you have a good time. You can still buy tickets. So that's what you're going to see when you get to the website. You're going to either click on get tickets or make a donation. You're going to, when you click on that, you're going to go to the One Cause site and you're going to click on vote for dancers. Okay.
Vote for me.
Yes. So you're
and donate.
You're going to donate. My challenge to you, listeners, because I heard that Mike Rutherford is a big U of L fan. Is that right? Is that right?
That is what I'm known for.
That's what I.
In certain circles.
That's what I hear. Okay, so my challenge to the 1,000+ listeners and watchers, hello YouTube, is for you to give anything. I will take any donation because that is how we do it. Okay, that is how we do it. I'm going to give you some context. $3 feeds one person for one day. That's less than Starbucks. Okay, less than Starbucks. You probably get feed two people for what the price of going to get a tall latte at Starbucks. Sure. All right, $20 feeds one person for 1 week. I want you to think about the last time you were hungry and how long you had to wait before you had to get food. For some people, this is the only meal they have. This is the only meal they have. So what I want you to do is I want you to make any donation. I will take any donation. And the challenge today, in less than 24 hours, I want the Mike Rutherford show listenership, viewership, to raise $10,000 in less than 24 hours. What Mike Rutherford told me, because he's a big U of L fan, he will paint his face blue and white.
Well, hold on.
That's what I heard.
Hold on.
No, I have this on text.
Look, the problem is there are a lot of Louisville fans listening that don't want me to paint my face blue or white. So here's the deal. If we get, because we do have Kentucky fans that listen to the show.
Okay.
If Kentucky fans will donate, and you got to put like UK in parentheses by your name to make sure that I know that you're a UK fan.
Okay.
If they'll donate $4K by dance time Saturday, I'll paint my face blue and white.
4K?
4K.
4K?
4K.
Okay. What if the
and
U
then
of
I need
L
Louisville
fans,
fans to step up on the other side?
What if the U of L fans outbeat the UK fans? What did the U of L fans get to see?
I'll paint UK socks on my face for a show. We can make that happen. That or what you guys can choose. I think that they would prefer that to like hang the banner Josh or something painted on my face. We can make something happen.
We need to make something happen.
But we need to. I mean, I had originally. I remember you saying in your standard fundraising when we first started, you were saying you ended up getting like $18K just from like the people around, like donations, like just little stuff like that. So I had said, well, I want to get $18K, and now that I've got close to 14 and we've got 2 days left, I want to at least get to 20. And I would love to get 10K total over the next 2 days.
Okay.
So if UK fans can step up and they can donate 4K on their own, I'll paint the face blue unless they get outdone by the U of L fans, in which case I'll paint UK socks on my face for a show.
I brought the paint.
Okay. Oh, my God. You did bring the paint.
I brought the paint because I don't play. This is how I won, all right? I bring it. You
okay.
understand what I'm saying?
We'll leave the paint right. I mean, we have UK listeners. We have UK shows on this site. There are a lot of people that would enjoy seeing that. We will. Someone just says I just donated $20 FUK. So we've already started with the bidding wars there.
All right.
Hopefully that works out well. But if we'll keep there as a warning, if you get outbid by UK fans that are listening to the show, I will be forced to paint my face blue and white for a show. Not next week because I'll be on vacation, but in 2 weeks when I get back, I'll have the trophy there, hopefully. And then a blue and white face.
For sure you're going to have a trophy.
Okay.
Mike, if there's anything you need me to paint or shave to help you out here, I'll do it.
No, you're not touching my body with a razor.
No, I mean me. Like if you want to do something to me. Like if you want to paint me all blue, I can look like an Avatar Smurf if you want.
That's actually not a terrible idea.
Like I'll do it for you. I can't help you donate a whole lot because those straps. So if I can do anything,
it's the first good idea you've ever had on the show.
It only took 4 years.
If we get 10K more, so I'm at about if we get to 24,000 by the time that I dance on Saturday.
Yes. Which number are you dancing?
I'm 2. I'm very early.
Okay.
I'm right behind the guy that was a pro dancer until 4 years ago.
That's right.
So very happy that he gets to set the tone.
Yes.
And then everyone's like, damn, these people are incredible dancers. And then I get out there and they're like, oh, well, there are some amateurs.
We just need a good show, Mike.
That's
what
we're trying.
This is an underdog story, guys.
But Trevor, you have talked about not wanting to shave your head, even though that hair is going.
Oh, wow.
Could we get a shaved head Trevor?
Oh, my Lord.
If we get to 24K.
To match the trophy.
Ooh.
How much do you have to donate for it?
Total
$10,000 more.
I mean, how what are my odds? What are the odds of that happening? Probably
Very high.
Strong to very strong.
He raised $2,000 from
I
yesterday.
know.
From yesterday.
Shave my head.
Shave your head.
Yeah.
Which would you rather shave, your head or your beard?
Oh, I'd shave my beard in a heartbeat. I'd paint my face. I'd shave anything else on my body but my head, maybe. And that's a lot of hair too. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I don't need to see like shaved chest. Like you're not doing the show
Could
topless
be
anyway.
nice. Well, you never know. The YouTube numbers might go up.
I'm saying it.
Shave my head for $25,000.
10,000.
Well, but you have to be total 25, right?
24.
You know what? Bleep it, dude.
How exciting! And then we'll paint the top of his head. Yeah.
We better get a sponsor for this too, by the way, in some way.
What would be what would be your equivalent? I mean, I know you hate UK too, but like, how much would it take for you to put like a Cowboys logo on your head?
Oh, like a tattoo?
Not a tattoo. I don't need you to permanently put a Cowboys
I was gonna
logo.
say thank you.
What would it take you to put like a Cowboys, like we like painted a Cowboy star on your head?
After you shave it?
Yes.
Well, I mean, you're asking a lot to shave and do the Cowboy
If we
thing.
get to like 30K.
I tell you what, I mean, if you want to do like shave my chest and paint a Cowboy logo on it.
Okay, we can do that.
That's cool.
Well, I'm not going to paint it though. I don't want to touch your chest.
But then you must shave it. You have to pick one of the two.
Debbie will do it. Okay. We'll bring Debbie in. She'll make that happen. All right.
I don't know. That's
okay.
I like her too much. Let's punish me.
We at least know that. Oh, people are saying, "Oh my God, Trevor, it's happening now." We at least know that Trevor will shave his head.
Yeah,
if we get 10 more K over the next 48 hours.
I need good karma for charity. Let's do it.
Jenny, you said you're like I'm a good dancer. Did you have dance experience before you got into this, or just sort of like amateur dance experience?
Amateur dance experience, but I love dancing. I love to dance. I've danced my entire life, and so yes, I have danced before. I have some rhythm. I have some moves.
See, I thought I had rhythm.
You do.
I mean, I went to the very first practice, and I said this when I did like the reaction video. I think everybody, when they try something new, there's this deep-seated, they don't vocalize it, but they have this hope that they're just secretly very good at this thing, and they just, like, oh my God. Like, I'm a savant. I should have been doing this my entire life. And I think there was a part of me that was like, I'm just going to take to this like, a fish to water, and I'm going to be incredible. And I very quickly learned, I'm like, I can't move my feet and think at the same time. It's been a journey. Like, it is super difficult. It is super rewarding, even when you get to the, like, I'm not good, but I'm at the point now where I'm not embarrassing myself and I'm getting the steps right. Like, I realized that it's been such a long time since I've challenged myself with something like this. You don't learn new skills a lot of times when you get to your 40s.
Right.
And like, that's been the most fun thing for me. It's just like, it becomes more fun the more comfortable you are and the more confident you are in, like, I'm not thinking about the steps anymore. I'm just kind of like, letting it flow. Like, it's such a cool experience. It's such a fun time.
I'm sure your wife is very happy that you know how to do the jive.
She just wants to be in the contest. Like,
I'm sure.
Because she did, like you. She grew up, she did dance class, and she, like, loves dancing and all this. So she's like, it should be me. I'm like, it should be you. But maybe,
It could be.
Maybe
It
we
could
can make
be.
that happen 5
Could
years
be.
down the line or something.
Yes. Well, I'm sure your kids are super proud.
They are very excited.
Yes.
Virginia makes me do she has been to practice, and she's seen the little dip that we do at the end of our dance. She makes me do it with her pretty much every single night. She puts on her flowy dress. She's going to be there on Saturday night. She got a special dress for it. She's very excited. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes. I would say that participating in Let's Dance Louisville was in the top 10 events of my entire life.
Really?
Yes. And I have 2 kids, and I've been married, and I graduated from medical school. It is unbelievable to be a part of this event and to help the community and do something that I love. So to me, this was a win no matter what.
Again, the website, letsdancelouisville.org. You'll find the donation links there. The videos will be shareable once the dance happens, so I'm sure you'll see me. Real quickly, we've got to make final predictions for tonight's games. These are brought to you by Chad Hennessy from InsureMax, proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. Call Chad Hennessy at InsureMax today, 502-479-4085. We'll let Jenny make a pick on this, too. We've got South Korea versus Czechia tonight, 10 o'clock on FS1 in the second game of the World Cup. Jenny Rochka, who wins? South Korea or Czechia?
South Korea.
South Korea takes it home. Trevor, who you got?
South Korea, because I don't think I can pronounce the other one.
It's not that tough. It's the new name for the
I can
Czech
say
Republic.
South Korea without maybe saying something bad. So
I'm saying a
going with that.
1-1 tie. And then Canes versus Golden Knights, Stanley Cup Finals, Game 5. Trevor, who you taking?
Knights rebound, take the lead.
Jenny, who you got? Vegas or Carolina?
Vegas.
I'm going to say Carolina gets it done in Raleigh. Jenny, thank you so much for stopping in. What do you got?
I need to make a shout out to my friend Jerry Schmidt. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday!
Big Mike Rutherford show fan.
All right.
And he was there when I won Let's Dance Louisville.
Jerry.
2018.
Jerry,
We love
man.
you, Jerry.
Love
Have
you,
a happy
Jerry.
birthday. Everybody have a fantastic week. Not weekend. Everyone have a fantastic Thursday night. We're back tomorrow at 2:30. Until we talk to you then, go Cards.
Guns, Gears, Deal. It's everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock.